To say this crowd is excited, I think, is an understatement. When these grand finals go the distance in Southeast Asia, it is its own special treat.
That's right. We love coming to Southeast Asia for Dota events. You guys are the best fans in the world, and you guys are going to prove it here in this grand finals. Game 1 is underway between Liquid and PARIVISION. Avery, this should be quite the treat. I honestly did not expect that this would be our finals matchup on either side.
I think there's going to be a lot of surprises in this series.
And Insania is going to experience an early surprise, and that is a smoke gank into first blood, and that goes to no one. PARIVISION already settling their mid in a good spot.
Wasting no time to build the advantage here. Before we kick off this series, Austin, you know I am a sucker for Dota history.
Of course.
You know I love the storylines these players go through. A lot of people have talked about this matchup, and the panel highlighted as well. The mid lane matchup here between arguably two of the best mids, if not the two best mids in the world, Nisha and No One. I want to take you back 6 years ago. The last Tier 1 LAN that No One won on that old Virtus Pro squad was the Kuala Lumpur Major. That grand finals went the distance 3-2, and it was against an up-and-coming carry player known as Nisha on Team Secret. So 6 years later, No One will face one of his old demons again and a chance to maybe add to his legacy, to continue it on here. He is no stranger to this matchup, and this game has been a long time in the making.
It really is poetic that No One comes back into play as Nisha, the most dominant mid in the world. No one has a chance to challenge him as he did those 6 years ago against Nisha, against Team Secret. 7 years ago when he was matched up against Sumail all the time. A lot of history going into this matchup. We see for the safe lane of PARIVISION, Chrysalis, we already heard him talking about how, you know, he wants to right a wrong of the past and be able to win a grand finals where he failed to do so with Team Secret at TI. PARIVISION trying to make this work. It is a Drow Ranger Elder Titan lane. Now this one is going to be dangerous for the lane perhaps, but the overall boxing getting a little bit low. Dakal is beating him down. A second kill for PARIVISION.
Gotta remember, this is in theory Liquid's answer to the ET on the lane. The
and
techies.
Almost a third. Mickey will slip away, dodging out of sight. No, he got him anyway. 9 class. Nails the Shadow Realm right as he was fading away. Gets the hit for a third kill.
This is not a lineup you want to fall behind on if you are Liquid right now. You picked a lot of early game, a lot of early skirmishing, magic damage, just raw fighting power, low cooldowns. You fall behind in this laning stage, you might never get a chance to use that. There's a reason this Techies has not won a game at this event. This is a hero that's very susceptible to how that early game goes for you and how much you can snowball. Gonna put some more pressure on Nisha.
I love that.
Bail out this game if the side lanes are not going well.
Oh yeah, that is already a potential problem that Nisha's gonna have to solve. I love that PARIVISION are the ones striking first, because normally you think about it, we get to these grand finals, it's the lower bracket team who comes through. They already played a game today, they're warmed up, they're ready to rock, they already have a bunch of momentum behind them. It usually feels like that lower bracket team is the team that strikes first, particularly in the laning phase. And PARIVISION showing they woke up nice and early. They're ready to rock against Team Liquid, and they're taking this game against them nice and early. But is that something that their lineup has to do? We saw the counter pick in the Spectre against this Drow Ranger. I mean, that is a rough matchup, right?
Absolutely one that's difficult to deal with, but you do have a lot of team fight to back up the Drow in this game, a lot of AoE control. It's tough to dive into this PARIVISION lineup. And that's kind of what they're banking on. When you go in deep, you're going to get stuck in the brambles. You're going to get stuck in RP, magnetized, ET stomp. And the second you overextend, you're going to get massively punished with the AoE control. So Liquid need to pick their positioning well, they need to pick their targets well, and make sure those jumps count. Do not want to end up overextending in this kind of game. And I agree, starting out strong and confident here in this game 1, it's a good sign if you're a PARIVISION fan, because you do not want to give Liquid momentum.
Low. Boxy trying to finish him off with the help of the board. They've got him. And Saberlight, he's going to kite out to Collis. He still has Magic Wand charges. It's a double for Liquid.
The Techies pick proving its worth here early as Liquid strike back, swing this lane right back into their favor, get the punish they were looking for. It's going to be a big setback for Crystallis in this early game on a hero that, yeah, you can jungle a little bit, but ideally you want to get the XP off the lane before you go there. Otherwise, it's a It's a slow trajectory in that jungle for the Drow Ranger. And Mickey, if he has not been the most active carry this game, he is probably the most active carry in the world right now. And he's just going straight Earn on this Spectre. He's going to be involved in the early kills. Looks like just Earn into Blade Mail build-up. This is not a carry hero that's going to AFK and give you the time to just farm Ancients to your heart's delight.
Yeah. And that is somebody that we're probably going to be talking about a lot when it comes to discussing Liquid and their chance to be able to win. A come through the gate for Insania, trying to route Chrysalis, but he's going to be met by a rotation from no one. Saberlight's aggression will not work. He's attempted a TP away, and it works! They all get out on the side of Liquid, forced a rotation out of the enemy mid laner, and still manages to get away. Boxy, dive out, he's out. Everybody gets away.
Big committal from PARIVISION, sending this Earth Spirit top before the level 6 is available for no one. He's unable to catch anything, and Liquid just bail. That was turning, again, into being an overextension into this lineup that can take advantage of it. Didn't have that Spectre to help you on the deep dive. Dangerous move for Liquid, but very quick decision-making bails him out of that situation. And they get some space for the Shaker, space for the Spectre.
The punishment is going to be there. Bramble on one, Skewer into another one. Mickey taking a lot of damage. Damage is all it will be. But that's good enough for PARIVISION. Anything to keep Mickey down. As long as they can put Chrysalis in the driver's seat, get him a net worth advantage over Spectre, maybe this matchup can be forgiven.
I really like how they're playing this off lane on PARIVISION. With the Dark Willow Mag, they're exerting a lot of pressure, just continually chipping away at the Spectre's HP. This is going to force reaction and a committal of resources from Liquid to stay near Mickey or keep Insania on that lane. And every time you can deny that Spectre solo XP, you feel great about it. Rune Battle goes to 9 class bottom, but no one. He's the one receiving some pain right now.
Boxy thought about going for the blast off, but nah.
That was a level 6 advantage for Nisha. Did extract that ultimate first, especially with that Earth Spirit rotation top. He got there well ahead of his counterpart, but unable to find the big kill in the river. Now no one. He will get his Magnetize online. No teleport available for the Earth Spirit. This is still a big spell you want to use in the early game as much as possible, and you got to look towards no one in this game to be the big playmaker for PARIVISION, particularly in the first 20 or 30 minutes here.
In that decision-making process, no one looking at these side lanes, which one would you prefer him to rotate to? Do you want to shut down the Spectre, or do you want to build up your Drow Ranger?
It's a tough decision. I think normally you'd want to go to the Beastmaster lane. Anytime you can go into the push hero's lane, shut him down, send him back to base, delay that Helm of the Dominator, you feel really good about it, right? Because that tempo just goes out the window.
Yep.
The downside is if you make those moves later on when the Spectre has the global ability, you might be going to that with a numbers disadvantage, so you're going to have to bring a lot of resources to that fight. But I think the Beastmaster is the juiciest kill on the map right now if you can convert. You will take the Spectre every time, though, if you feel like that move is available.
And Mickey only just now getting to level 5, so that global capability is not online for a bit.
Again, you just want as much experience going into the Spectre and the Beast right now as you can without leaving them too susceptible. Boxy making a move on to
Really
Ducalis.
nice, his TP. The Courier's coming out with it, but the Stomp goes out meanwhile in the top lane. Ducalis in trouble. Boxy, nice little body blocking there. Hoping to get a neutral creep. Deny will not happen.
So they've taken decent advantage of this Techies Elder Titan matchup. Started okay for Ducalis, but he's feeling the pain right now. You just can't ever man up into that Taser with the Disarm, the Dispel, and the stacks continue to grow in this Liquid triangle. Boxy's been very efficient up here. 8-minute power rune.
No one unlucky challenges Nisha for the bottom rune. Doesn't get there. 9 class finally gets off the cliff and goes to try and stop the regen rune from being picked up. He's going to have to deny it. If he wants to stop Nisha from picking it up, it's going to be Boxy who grabs it now. Nisha into trouble. Magnetize goes out. Insane is trying to help him. Echo Stamp goes out, but it's not quite enough damage. He needs one more Enchant Totem or roll over into the base. Master to Magnetize and finish him off. No one keeping his distance away from some of these heroes, stacking up the Magnetize over and over. He finally dies, but what a damage trade. No one got a kill and 3 heroes low with that ult.
Power of the Magnetize and all the AoE behind him. It's tough to go through these brambles in the early game before you have some of the maneuverability or BKB. Saberlight gets the turnaround kill.
Instant skewer back. Mickey, he has to jump out of this one. No, he jumps back in. Still trying to go for it here. Mickey chasing after Ducalis now, trying to get a support kill out of all this one. Chrysalis, meanwhile, matched the rotation, tried to do what he could. He does manage to save his other core in DM, but it's still a kill for Liquid.
These are just not fights DM's equipped to deal with right now. He doesn't have the blink on the mag. You're not contributing a lot in terms of the spell power because you have 3 points in the Empower.
Nails Saberlight. Saberlight does not have a roar. Nice Gust timing. The blast off denied.
It's a big pickup. PARIVISION were losing a little bit in these river trades, but they will absolutely take that Beastmaster kill. It's going to have to be a walk back out to... Well, I guess his teleport is up now. He lingered so long in mid, it's back off cooldown. At least Saberlight can go back to that. Helmet Dominator is up for this beast, so some of the push moves are available for Liquid if you can get those smokes going, backstab a tier 1, shadow step into that. You're pretty happy, right?
Right.
That's the kind of move you're looking for. You did get earn charges off of that kill for Mickey as well, which is really what he was looking for there. Just get this earn going, buff up your next kill attempt, stay out on the map. And he will instantly step top onto the Drow.
Going after Crystallis. Doesn't have too much help. Boxy's coming in from the side. Needs a slow here.
Oh,
he lands the bomb. Crystallis, there's no way out of this one. It seems like there's just no TPs. Oh,
No
wait. He juked left. They lost track of him, and he's away.
What a massive TP. He was absolutely screwed there. 4 heroes from Liquid converging top. Spectre ultimate committed. You get nothing for it.
Yeah, they had the stun available from Boxy in that blast off. They just needed to see where he went.
Upside is you're still converting this move into a tower for the Beastmaster. You commit this many heroes into Saberlight's lane, you want to get an objective out of this. And is this a push PARIVISION want to respond to? Looks difficult without the blink on the Magnus.
Or do they just try and shut down Liquid, who's being greedy right now? They're playing for the other lanes while pushing this at the same time. Mickey.
Just nothing to go on up here. You're only seeing the summons. The Skelly boys are going to do the heavy lifting here. Easy tower for Saberlight. And it's going to open up that mid rotation, the backstab into that tier 1 mid. That's a classic Beastmaster move. You have to be thinking about it in this game. If you're PARIVISION, you ideally don't want to be the ones getting jumped. You want all the fights to start with your Earth Spirit selecting the targets going in. That Blade Mail is close for no one, but he's not there yet. He needs a couple more 100 gold.
Nice ward from Ducalis. They know exactly what Saberlight wants to be up to in this situation. He's taking the tower. He's going to be hanging out in this jungle area, whether it's threatening the tier 2 or rotating into mid.
They're protecting this area a lot with their supports, just backing up the Earth Spirit, trying to get him to this big Blade Mail fighting item. Zane will kick him back.
Yeah, that'll be nice for clearing out waves. Fate Bolt and a kick. One shot any wave.
You're going to have to make a call, though. Like, do you try and smoke into this Beastmaster, kick him out of your jungle, or do you just accept trading on the map and playing defensively for that backstab mid? Because you're giving a lot of space to Saberlight right now. And the options are open for him.
12-minute power rune. No one. He tries to go top, instantly made by Nisha. Oh, the Terrorize might be able to bail him out here, but no. Gets kicked on by Insania. That stolen kick helps him get a kill, and they're going to catch 9 class as well. Saberlight coming in from behind the Earth Splitter. It goes out, but doesn't find much purchase, and Crystallis is slowed down. In the river, goes too far out there, and Liquid. A massive punishment for them, a 1-for-3 trade.
It's a beautiful fight from Liquid. Just baits PARIVISION in a little bit, and then that Beastmaster, he's right behind you with all the summons, all the bonus damage. No way you're taking that fight and overextension on the Drow Ranger. And of course, the biggest factor here, that Blade Mail arrived for no one right as he's getting gone on, but he doesn't really get to use it. Sure, Magnetize does an okay amount of damage, but it's not no one getting the fight he wants on this mid hero. It's Liquid dictating the tempo, dictating the pace, and getting the jumps with that blink on the Shaker. Mid tier 1 dead just like that. A lot of space disappearing from the map. You run these Magnus Elder Titan lineups, you need these camps available.
I will say, just like matchup wise, I feel like it's a very bold move to go for the Drow Ranger on the side of PARIVISION, considering Liquid's playstyle this lower bracket run of theirs, right?
It's
you know they're going to
scary.
get super aggressive. The Drow Ranger is a very fragile hero.
Especially in the early game, and if you fall behind, that road of recovery can be long and arduous, especially compared to the rest of his hero pool, right? Things like the Razor, the Gyro, that Crystallis has really prioritized and made his signatures that I'm sure we will see at some point in this series.
Oh, yeah.
Those heroes are way more robust in that early game. Even if they get ganked a couple times, they farm the Ancients a bit faster, they can join the fights and contribute more on the spell power. This Drow is really susceptible. Liquid continue to keep the pace up, take away the space. He's going to be in trouble. Especially if you lose some Roshans early on.
Yeah, that one's going to be rough. Saberlight with drums and a Helmet Dom is going to take the early Rosh here.
Just such an efficient move.
not in a position to defend it. They'll get power runes out of it. That'll be no one bottling up a shield rune. But will not be happy about the extra life. They're going to start making their way down here.
They're smoking this Magnus Blink reveal. They'll actually just hit the neutral, so giving up on the play. There was an Invis Shaker in between anyway.
Man, they're baiting out mid right now. It's like you want him to use this Blink Dagger reveal, like catch Nisha, and instead, they're just going to be too late here. Maybe at best, PARIVISION might be able to get here and still catch some Liquid heroes. As, after all, it's not all of the heroes.
That's maybe your best play. Force Liquid into you and then use all your counter initiation to win a team fight.
Well, I lied. It is now all 5 from Liquid. One through the gate, another one TPing in. And they're going to smoke back Liquid, knowing some heroes are here. They spotted 9 Class. They're going to go for him first. He's dead. PARIVISION on the retreat now.
Yeah, you just have to get out. That is not a play you want to force. You go in with that RP, it might just be a death sentence. As PARIVISION continue just not finding what they want on the map right now. Liquid controlling the pace here, ramping up their advantage. They're going to invade enemy Ancients right now.
Oh, a miss! A rare miss from Nisha. Saw the Drow Ranger for a moment, didn't blink far enough. Instead, they're going to be able to find purchase onto no one. Instead, a shield rune. That'll protect him a little bit. Does manage to get out the magnetize for DM to fall through. 2 supports dead, and now maybe a core on the table as Sablelight's going to be terrorized back into the rest of PARIVISION. 3 for the 1, this time to PARIVISION.
9 Class in the right place at the right time gets them that big Beastmaster kill. Take the push hero off the map and protect your ancient area. It all starts with that missed Echo Slam. Wish you could take that one back and have it for the fight.
Nisha now he finds his mark, but he doesn't have the Echo Slam. That's why he needs Mickey. Mickey will provide the extra bit of oomph needed.
So they kind of get what they came for in the end anyway. Gave up more than they wanted, but you still have that Aegis intact on the Shaker. You can still look for these easy small plays. Find anybody on the map, send that Spectre in on top of it. It's probably a kill right now. Not enough defensive capability for PARIVISION. Need to stall this game out. We did see the power of their counter initiation in their team fight though, right? If you overextend into their side of the map, you give the vision for the big counter initiators to throw down the AoE control. That's where that team fight can get a little spooky for Liquid. Still, more urn charges going into Mickey's pocket, and he's going a little old school too, going back for the Radiance here. Very classic Spectre build-up. There are some fancy things you can do nowadays with like Bloodthorns and all this weird jump magic burst damage with illusions, but...
Yeah, why not that build? Why not the Manta Diffusal or the Orchid Manta builds? Why not those?
It comes online a little faster in the really early game with the Urn Blade Mail. It's maybe a little stronger if you're going to go in and tank a bunch of damage. You tank up a lot faster too. And, you know, Radiant's mischance here could give you some extra benefit going against this Mag Drow lineup.
I mean, I do think that's legitimate, right? It's not just Mag Drow, but it's also an Elder Titan, right? You don't have any armor potentially against this lineup. Agility doesn't help you in a defensive measure.
Absolutely true.
Any damage reduction, which Spectre does have, or mischance is going to go a long ways.
Or the extra armor. Blade Mail gives you 7 armor. He took Dragon Scale as well. That's another 5. That's 12 armor going into the Spectre, who otherwise would be, you know, down at 8 or 7. Maybe you evaporate that with an ET getting on top of him with all the AoE control.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the idea here, and I mean, he's top of the board, so as long as you are top of the board with this hero, you're generally happy.
That's true. The Radiance is probably going to keep him there,
Big smoke
helping
from
him
Liquid.
farm even faster. Liquid.
They want to use this mid ward. They see a lot right now. They can get there in time and get the jump. Still have Aegis on this Shaker.
Moving into the mid lane.
So they're going to be content with just forcing them off the map and letting Saberlight hit this tier 2 top with the summons.
Yeah, they just continue to have such a massive tower advantage. They haven't lost a single tower.
The lead is stabilized, though.
That's true.
PARIVISION are not losing too much on the map. They're continuing to trade out camps. They are also continuing to get this mid wave in, which is the most important thing for them on the map because it's continuously chipping this mid tier 1, which is just going to go down here to no one with the last hit. So honestly, I don't know if they've minded the last few minutes here. Game has really stabilized for them. They recovered a lot of the Drow Ranger farm. They haven't given up too many pickoffs to the Spectre ultimate, and they have some decent vision to play around. If you look at these Dire wards, still is Dire ward on the Radiant side of the map near that mid lane.
And there is something to be said about the limited Liquid gold advantage. A lot of it is from taking those towers. So PARIVISION can take those that tower advantage back into their favor. They took the mid tower, now they're going to take bottom. It's going to be a lot of gold flowing back in for them. They lose their tier 2 with top, So it is still a lead for Liquid in that regard.
Two
But
tier
Liquid,
ones for that tier 2, though. When you have this big AoE scaling teamfight lineup with a Drow.
and you're matched up against the Aegis. This was 5 minutes of the Aegis where Liquid lost on the goal.
Yeah, PARIVISION are very happy with the last few minutes here. They can get to some big defensive items in this game. Their team fight's going to come alive. And it's going to be harder for Mickey to get in there and just burst a hero down. We already saw the Hurricane Pike completed for the Drow. BKB on the Magnus would be another huge one they can eventually get to it. And BKB for the Earth Spirit, no one's closing in on it here. He is not that far off. Give him a one. In fact, he just had it on the Courier. So that is done. That's a huge item for them right now. And they're grouping up mid. Gonna smoke. Off to Collis, looking for the team fight. Send that Earth Spirit in first. Let him create the chaos and the havoc. And that will set up the AoE control from the RP and the Echo Stomp coming through afterwards. Do not want to clump in this game if you are Liquid. The second you clump versus lineup, you are absolutely doomed. And you got to keep in mind, you don't have the BKBs yet to commit into that AoE, right? It's a different story if you have BKBs across the board.
Nice snipe there. Got the Courier. That was Mickey's Radiance. That's delayed a full 3 minutes.
That is a brutal loss. Farming rate for the Spectre, your team fight out the window. Smoke from PARIVISION doesn't land. Liquid dodge it on the map, but they're also just not getting the pickoffs with the Spectre I think you would want. You know, just continually ramp that pace up. Continue to find the pickoffs here with this Beastmaster Spectre lineup. Do finish the Ags on the Shaker, so Nisha scale continues to pour in here.
Look at Saberlight. He's making a move for the Wisdom Rune right now.
He wants some kind of objective.
It
There's
seems
still
like
this Tormentor here too.
Yeah. Liquid had set up shop in the top part of the map, the left side, with the mines, with the Beastmaster presence, with even their wards.
Yeah, Boxy
But now Liquid are relocating to the right-hand side. Saberlight has snatched away the Wisdom Rune. Now being saved. No one has to pop his BKB. Primal Roar. Mickey wants to commit to it, but immediately gets stopped. Now an Earth Splitter coming in. They're skewered together. RP together. 2 cores locked in. And Nisha jumps in for the Echo Slam and finishes them. 3 dead. Chrysalis is low. Can he push forward? All these heroes are low. It's going to be Night Class. He tries to get something out of it. It's Mickey. Get that hit on Mickey. Come on, Night Class. You can do it. A little bit more. A Shadow Realm. He's disappeared. He doesn't have the vision. He can't see him. He's not going to be able to get him.
Oh, what a bailout. And the tip comes through as Nisha absolutely styles on PARIVISION in a fight that looks so good for them. They get to land all their big AoE. They get to control multiple cores. It's the Earth Spirit who's the first point of contact, but you got that BKB off. None of it means a damn when the Echo Slam comes through and just takes all that advantage away. And I thought the stun on Nisha, was it going to ruin that fight for Liquid? The answer is no. He just has enough tank and damage to power through all of it. And the cherry on top, blocking off the vision from 9 Class who wanted to get that last right click in. I don't know if it would have finished off Mickey, but we will never know. As the tree plant from the branch came through, the 20-minute branch plant.
Mickey, this kid just seems untouchable at this tournament. He has gone to another level.
Absolutely.
In this run.
I mean, he is out to prove he's the best carry in the world right now. Haters be damned. He's having another fantastic game here on another hero that we haven't seen that much, but he's willing to play, right?
Yeah.
He's had a super varied hero pool this event where a lot of people are maybe criticizing him. Do you play heroes like the Alchemist and you don't, and that's a disadvantage?
Yeah. Screw
your Alchemist, man. I'm going to play Anti-Mage. I'm going to play Spectre. I'm going to play my Furion.
Yeah, when we talk about what makes the greatest carries in the game, right? When we talk about Yatoro, when we talk about Pure, one of the big things is, can you vary your gameplay?
Exactly.
Right? Can you play hardcore carries? Can you play fast, aggressive tempo carries, right? Can you step up when you need to get that extra bit of whatever is missing in the draft? And Mickey, he has certainly showed that. Certainly one of the most agile of carries in that regard, able to change it up whenever it's needed. PARIVISION down 9K right now, but did not give up their Tormentors, so that's going to be nice. They do get that for 9 Class.
In fact, I think it's a trait Crystalla shares. If you look between these two carries, I think he's also one of these carries that's been underrated for a long time in his versatility. This is a guy that can take over the early game, carry the mid game, and go ultra late with a lot of his hero pool that he's arguably the best on the world in some of these heroes, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, funny enough, I think the only person who maybe touches his razor is Mickey.
Or ATF, probably have a word.
Well, you out of the carry position, right?
Well, I still argue ATF is in there.
True.
Though I think even ATF would say he watches Crystallis' Razor
He
to learn
said
from
exactly
him.
that. He says, you know, when I need to learn what the build is for Razor, it's go to this guy.
Greats,
And
copy the greats.
Crystallis.
And he's getting some farm on this drought. You know, the whole while we've been talking, even that team fight, he's the guy on the outskirts, doesn't pay the big price. So he does have some fighting items available. 2 defensive items in his pike, plus the Shadow Blade. But it's another Roshan going into Liquid's pocket here, and I just don't think this is contestable. You're too late to the party. That Radiance is done. BKB available for Nisha on the Shaker as well will guarantee his initiations unless you land some incredibly clutch RP on the Shaker to interrupt the combo, which sounds really difficult.
Yep. And I think that's something that Team Liquid are going to have to keep in mind. This PARIVISION team, they've made some crazy comebacks at this tournament. They got here in the grand finals in the first place by turning that game 2 around on BetBoom. And they have some very good scale and some very good high ground defense. It's a Drow Ranger mag lineup. Going up and hitting those buildings is not going to be easy.
I mean, it's Drow Ranger Mag. It's also Elder Titan, Earth Spirit, Dark Will. I would argue all 5 of these heroes are really obnoxious to go high ground against. It's going to be something Liquid have to think about and pick the right time to try and accomplish it. And ideally, you want to fight outside of PARIVISION space, get the pickoffs that lead into the high ground, not just force it heads up. Because, yeah, we've seen time and time again, the strength of this Magnus hero is stalling out games, winning those high ground defense fights, and all of a sudden you're stuck in this 50, 60-minute game against the hero who's outscaling you, and you start to feel a little bad. That, to me, has been the weakness of Shaker this event. Now, this is not a one-position Shaker, so you're not as dependent on him to literally carry the game.
Sure.
But this hero can have problems in the ultra late, particularly when heroes tank up and you get things like Arcanist armor coming through and, you know, Giants Ring, these HP pools get out of control.
Yeah.
This hero's damage can fall off sometimes.
Nightclass shows himself trying to clear out the mid wave. Liquid, we're very ready for that one.
PARIVISION continuing to dodge right now. Did get the BKB on their Magnus, so all of their cores in theory have the items they need to take a head-on fight. Are you confident enough to do it into Aegis? And what's Liquid's read on that situation? Is this a situation where you want to just force that high ground straight up? You did commit for a pipe on this Beastmaster.
Boxy made the call. He said they're over here in this corner of the map. Called for Insania and him to make a move to try and root it out. Saberlight met them with the TP. But PARIVISION, good read, get out of the area just in time.
I mean, they would love to catch heroes outside the Dire base right now, and you always have to keep that shadow step in mind. You can commit a lesser amount of heroes to these moves than you normally would have to, as the Spectre can always make that rotation. And you're seeing the clump from PARIVISION right now. They just haven't been able to split up on the map too much, as the lead continuing to grow here for Liquid.
Nightclass, you could see the paranoia creeping in. Pump faking the terrorize, never sure when Liquid's going to jump them at any moment's notice. It could be an Echo Slam, followed up by Mickey jumping in. These kills are going to happen fast, and PARIVISION need to be on their toes.
Big item for the Drow, though. Silver Edge, break mechanic, going into the Spectre, going into even the Shaker. Sometimes it can be pretty impactful. A lot of passes to break in this game if you can land that big hit, particularly on some stun targets, just burst them down. We're starting to see the team fight items come together for PARIVISION right now, and this Aegis running out. 2 minutes on the clock. You would really like to use this second life on Mickey to get a team fight going right now.
They're going to smoke up here, and they're going to go down the side of the map.
Oh,
now, Mickey.
On the Spectre. This is not a move Liquid expects.
Oh, no, they don't. They're on the other side of the map right now. They are far and away from Mickey. Mickey, who's setting up on the Wisdom Rune, will find that it's a full 5-man team coming his way. No one. He's spooked. Instantly pops the BKB.
They're
and
hesitant.
they don't actually want to go for it.
PARIVISION, too afraid of Liquid's response, even though he was completely alone.
They had the right read, or maybe they didn't. It would have been the right time. I mean, Liquid would have gotten there, and they would have taken a fight for sure.
But to not even commit for the first life.
Yeah.
That just feels a little too scared to me. Granted, you did not know where this Shaker was, right? That's what they're afraid of.
Yeah.
You commit in, you're clumping to take this Aegis down, you're giving Nisha a lot of potential openings there. They felt like that was not worth killing this Aegis that's going to expire in the next 2 minutes anyway. Conservative play, but not necessarily the incorrect one right now, as they will purchase up a gem from Ducalis and look to regain some map control when this Aegis expires. But man, you look at the map right now. 5 heroes in dire base. No vision to play around.
Yeah, they 5-man escort Crystallis to some creep camps. They farm 2 camps. Then they scurry back into their base. It feels like nerves are heavily hitting PARIVISION on the grand final stage.
You can concede some ground, but you cannot concede this much. You have to find ways to stay out on the map, get some lanes in, get some information. Yeah, you are playing against the Spectre, and that makes the pickoff game incredibly terrifying. You don't want to give up those big pickoffs. So, again, it's a bend, don't break situation. Yeah, you can give up some net worth lead here, wear this Aegis out, and still win the team fight. But you're going to have to pick your point very wisely. They do finish up the Shivas on no one. That's another big team fight item coming through. And they will smoke up. 5-man smoke. Issue with these smokes is you're smoking 5-man out of your base with no vision and no lanes. These are very easy moves to read and counterplay your Liquid. I say that as Nisha.
Oh, Nisha would have been a great pickup, but he's already blinked back.
Doesn't have
PARIVISION. Smoke breaks on 9 class. He blinks forward. He's looking for something. They know the heroes. They're out there somewhere, but they cannot reach them. And Mickey, he's going to turn around. He jumps in. RP on an illusion. Mickey, he jumps back into play to finish him off. What a dodge. DM, he gets the skewer back in. Will be able to finish off Saberlight. He gets that much more. Meanwhile, Crystallis, they didn't have the vision for him. In the trees. No, they spotted him now. Hit him with the enchant totem. Send him flying.
Stolen gem. Mickey picks it up as Ducalis' gem works against them and helps him get the vision for the Drow. And the second that jump goes bad, the second you run into a couple mines there, that team fight's just way too easy for Liquid. Send the Spectre in. Not an easy target to go on. The RP missed Mickey when he shadow stepped in. I honestly might have shadow stepped back out and in again and dodged it.
I think he did. He definitely shadow stepped out. The question of whether or not he jumped in after the RP or as it landed, it was very close. Either way, it worked for him.
I don't even know if the damage follow-up would have been there on that RP. You were getting fissure blocked off on the Drow.
Yeah,
no BKB for Crystallis really hurt him in that fight.
You 100% need that break on the Spectre if you want to be able to kill her quickly. He's got the 20 talent. He's got the extra HP. See it jump in here.
He just jumped in after. That RP was a little early. But you're looking at this Drow Ranger on the side, right? He's getting stunned up. Might got echo stomped from Insania and slept up, I think. And either way, it's just Nisha hunting him the whole time.
Meanwhile, back in real time, we did have a pick off on the Dark Willow. It's just a
one stolen RP. That's what it was. Insania with the big plays because he still has it here.
Yep. And he's ready to go with the Blink Dagger too. Didn't have to use it on the Dark Willow kill. All that required was a telekinesis and a Spectre shadow step in.
This is not the spell you want to give away in this type of game. Because Insania will gladly go into RP a couple of heroes. In fact, there it is. Magnus, see you later.
One stun is all it takes. RP is a pretty good one.
And this is the type of game where Spectre feels like the most broken hero in Dota, because when a single Rubik can set up a core kill like that, the rest of the team's just farming, getting the lanes in. How do you play the map? It becomes near impossible. You have to just clump, you have to group, and every time you do that, you lose out in the economy battle. 16K gold lead here for Liquid. They've blown this game open, and their top 2 cores are incredibly strong right now.
And he's working on an Aghanim Scepter next, so we're going to see that the Haunt come back into play. So he is looking to reveal every member of PARIVISION, make their team fight a lot harder. In particular, the Mag, right? One of the big things about the old school Haunt was that its damage, global, and, you know, that might screw up your initiation. The Mag might not be able to get that Blink RP he was hoping to when he saw the opportunity, but gets pinged with a bit of damage from the Spectre.
Yeah, this Haunt is debilitating for these Blink teamfight lineups. The downside of it is it's a really long cooldown. You're still looking at 160 seconds on this Exalt, so you're investing in an item with a really long cooldown on a hero that can function on really low cooldown. But you already went back for the Orchid here. You have a lot of single target DPS, and I mean, you're just so far ahead, you can almost buy anything at this point.
Yeah. Next item, Crystallis is going to try and get BKB. I'll go a long ways for protecting him in these fights.
He needs it just to output damage.
Yeah.
This is not even a BKB for survivability. It's one where you have the BKB so you're not getting chain stun, so you can actually hit people that are getting RP'd, because that's the biggest issue. You
gotta be careful up here. The
Another
RP, it's back up again. Insania finds his mark. RP into telekinesis, chain stun. No one gets off the BKB and Dust Manager all the way. The Spectre jumps out. Before the terrorize, it's all illusions, guys. None of that is real, except for Mickey, who shadow steps after no one. Doesn't get him with the dagger, though. A cute, nifty little play. Mickey just breaking ankles everywhere.
If he'd been able to land another dagger or a couple more hits, he gets that kill even after the BKB from no one. Absolutely styling on them right now. And yeah, PARIVISION, you got to get something going in this game, because you are losing at a tremendous rate right now, and all this team fight isn't worth a damn if you can't ever use it. 5-man smoke, another 5-man smoke out of the Dire base.
They use their haunt. It's on cooldown. It's something to think about.
They want Roche here.
Oh, but they're running into mines.
Yeah,
Let's see if Liquid...
So many mines on the map, it gets instantly pinged out.
Yeah, Fox, he's right in the line. He's like, guys, they're in this river. They know what's coming. Boxy spotted, but he's already through the gate. Tukalas can't stop him. And there's no way you're going after him.
Absolutely no way. The map control here from Liquid has been oppressive.
Oh my god, Nightclass is almost dying to mines.
Just so much you have to fight through. The lane's constantly getting shoved in from the Beastmaster summons. I mean, look, there's a Black Dragon killing your mid wave right now. Like, guys, somebody has to get these lanes out. You have to deal with the vision. You have to deal with the summons. You have to deal with the techies mines. All of these elements can be followed up by a simple Rubik's stun into Shadow Step kill.
To call his cute play, he's going to send his spirit through the gate, give him some vision, check inside the Roshan pit. Now, Roshan is going to spawn now, and Liquid are going to know about it because the mine's going to go off. So Boxy or somebody on Liquid will notice that the mine is gone.
Honestly, though, you were talking about the Ag's Haunt debilitating some of the Blink jump. These techies mines have also just completely ruined PARIVISION's ability to force the team fights.
Yep.
These heroes do not enjoy running through them. They don't have any real illusions to throw into the mines to kind of get rid of them. They just have to tank it straight up.
A third Roshan for Liquid. All of these have gone uncontested.
They are just on another level right now, and they're controlling the pace of this game, controlling the objectives. It'll be an Ag Scepter Roshan. Let's see who is the lucky recipient, and looks like Saberlight. I mean, he's the only core without it.
Yeah, the other two cores have bombed their own Aghanim Scepter, so now Saberlight, he's going to catch back up to the other cores. Look at the net worth now.
Welcome
all three
to the party.
cores, all Liquid.
They still have a Roche banner to work with as well. This push is coming. AC on the Earthshaker here. Unconventional Earthshaker mid item, but
I like it.
It's going to help the ore game a lot more. This 5-man ball from Liquid is getting absolutely out of control here. Still have that pipe on the Beastmaster from earlier, and now you finished up that Helm of the Overlord, so you can get a big creep, join the fray as we saw that Black Dragon, but you find a Granite Golem in this game, you're going to be super happy. This push is coming. Yeah, you have Magnus to drag a hero deep. You have the damage to finish that hero off.
They deal with the dragon. It's so annoying. Saberlight just he found another one. The lanes are always pushed in, whether through mines or the Fate Bolt spam or the dragon push that's happening. Liquid, they're not having to show any heroes, and it's giving PARIVISION very little to work with as a result. So the only thing that is really left, if these 5-man smokes do not connect, is wait for Liquid to go high ground. And Liquid are refusing to oblige.
I mean, 99% of the time, waiting for the enemy team to go high ground is just not a winning game plan. You have to make a move at some point. They do get the BKB on the Drow. They're scraping together a couple more core items here.
Oh,
and every time they do that, something bigger comes out on that Liquid side. And full Bloodthorn done for the Spectre. This is when this hero just becomes absolutely terrifying. You Shadow Step in, Bloodthorn, somebody drop the Mantis. You can instantly jump back out, and that hero is still dead. If they don't have a Dispel, a Disjoint, whatever it is. You're just stuck there fighting illusions.
Yeah, literally, Tukalas could die at any time. Mickey, he opts to go for DF. Nisha jumps in front of the skewer, hits him with the Echo Sand, follow up and Chain Totem, Chain Stun. He's already dead, and now chasing for more. Crystallis and the rest of PARIVISION have backed up to the high ground here. They will limit their losses to 1. But Liquid, they can keep expanding that kind of play every 2 minutes. Looks like they want to go for high ground, though. After all, the Magnus was their most fearsome foe when it comes to going for that high ground push in the first place. They did not want to get relocated deeper into the base.
And there's no buyback available for DM, so this high ground is completely open to Liquid right now. That is the best hero they could have found the pickoff on. He's all the BKB control too.
Poke away at Mickey here. See if they can break in, take away that Aegis. They need a little bit more, but Saberlight jumps onto the Drow Ranger, and the follow-up is there from Liquid. Diving in deep to the base to get the kill on the carry. They back away as the Magnetize mounting up. No one. Whoa, he got Bloodthorn now. Mickey has jumped back in after him with the Shadow Step. Now he's going to be telekinesis tossed back into Mickey, and he's dead. One core turns to two, two turns to three, and Liquid will have their first lane of barracks and pushing for more.
Stolen Cursed Crown from Insania, turning the Dark Willow spells against PARIVISION as they wait for their Magnus to respawn. There's just nowhere to run, nowhere to hide right now, as every jump stun is a guaranteed kill, and all you got for it was that Aegis. No one down for 50 seconds, does have buyback available. You do not have buyback on this Drow, however. Again, PARIVISION, they just have to invest in every item they can.
We saw the damage. It looked a little nice there. Chrysalis broke the Spectre. Oh, there's the attempted skewer back. Olé! Nisha dodges that one with the BKB, and now a second lane of barracks is on the table while they still are waiting for the Drow Ranger, their only hope to stop Mickey's Spectre.
Have to find another skewer here. You cannot let Liquid leave with
Another
everything.
attempt. This one works. The skewer back in, but it just sets him up to demolish 9 class, and he'll take DM as well. Runs it down underneath tier 4. Snowing. He goes to the back line, managed to hit a nice Magnetize, but at the same time, the Drow Ranger still needs to finish off and does manage to get him. Spectre's dead. Now looking at Nisha. A second kill on the table. PARIVISION will get him.
He's tanky, but not tanky enough, and they're gonna get the
three cores on Liquid will die. PARIVISION had to expend heavy buybacks, but they will hold.
Even in the face of defeat, Liquid will rescue that gem off of Nisha's courier, so the mission does not go PARIVISION's way, but this is about the best you can hope for here. You get the Drow respawn, you take the fight with the skewer back, you don't land that Earth Splitter, you're missing a little bit of damage, but Crystallis is able to contribute enough to get the 3 cores in this fight overall, and you should be happy with that. You need to get this game turned around somewhere, and it's going to start on the back of this Drow Ranger. Those are the types of fights PARIVISION can win. You know, buybacks in their base, force Liquid overextension. The first time Spectre goes in, you're not killing him, but maybe the second or the third,
yeah,
you can bring those big cores down.
I mean, one of the big things was Chrysalis was kind of untouched in that fight. The last time they tried to go for the Spectre, Saberlight instantly responded, right? He blinked, roared up Chrysalis. There's nothing he can do about that.
Yeah,
the BKB doesn't protect you.
It's a really big difference here. The issue is, I mean, what can you really do to protect that kind of play if you're PARIVISION, other than starting on Liquid first, which has just not been an option? There's no real hard save mechanics here. And a big issue for them has been the BKB committals from Liquid. When Nisha goes in, when the Spectre goes in, this Earthshaker's BKB, you can't stop the chain stun combination while the Spectre is just dealing the DPS. It's only the RP that can bail you out of that situation. And a lot of these fights, they've been starting on DM. It's another reason it's so valuable. If you're killing the Magnus, this Shaker has a completely free BKB duration. No control going into Nisha, and you are in trouble.
It feels like DM has to do too much, because now it's a BKB on the Spectre as well, right? Just landing the RP has been hard for him because of the Haunt, the pinging away your Blink Dagger, because of the dodging on the Shadow Stepping that Mickey is doing, trying to get enough of these heroes when Liquid is staying very split up all the time. And now add on top of that, he has to protect against the BKB Spectre. How are you going to do all of that?
There's also just too much HP to get through.
Haunt goes out. Mickey just trying to keep PARIVISION honest and inside their base.
Saberlight eventually found what I think he was looking for this game, which is that big golem. Ancient Granite Golem Aura online. These heroes' HP pools are getting absolutely out of control. I think Nisha's was up to 5,500 when he's in the radius of that.
Jeez.
And you got to remember, that's an Earthshaker with an Assault Cuirass plus a Defiant Shell. We saw when Crystallis was hitting him with these Drow procs, you're still having to deal with all this bonus armor.
Yep.
It was not doing a lot of damage. This Shaker's the tankiest hero on the map right now, and he is going to be the initiator for Liquid. When he goes in, you're not going to have a fun time trying to counter-initiate on this absolute tank of a mid laner right now. You have to somehow catch him with the BKB down, get the ET Spirit on him, and amp up all that magic damage. That's your best tool to bring these cores down on the side of Liquid.
If we can get, it's a big if, but if we can get there, Takalis is going to get picked off here. Drow Ranger, level 25 and Daedalus. That, I mean, Game Changer is a little strong, but it could make it possible to win a fight without having to use a billion buybacks.
If he can stay alive.
If he can stay alive, if he can get there in the first
Nisha.
place. Nisha jumping up to the high ground. He spots and gets a Fisher on it too. Chrysalis, he pops the BKB and commits, trying to finish off Nisha, but Nisha gets away. And now
No one
Chrysalis has to
chasing.
deal with his own offense here as a Mickey. He's gonna run him down thanks to that BKB. No problem, DM can't stop him here. As the RP already expended, they will clean up heroes one after the other. 3 dead, a blink away. Nice Shadow Realm blink from 9 class. But you cannot blink your buildings back to the fountain. He can't even make it there. Mickey runs him down, and this game is looking all over, Avery.
No one's going to try his best to salvage something here. He took Nisha down, but he
He's a
cannot
nice
fight the whole team.
magnetized DM. He hits the RP on
gets
one.
stolen again.
It's just not good enough. PARIVISION. 2 heroes would never be enough to stop the 4 of Liquid, but especially if you're only hitting a 1-man RP and a magnetize that wears out.
And the thing is, Insania is about to turn this right back against you if you step up in the next fight.
Liquid are going to back away. Roshan, potential spawn time has started here. It's going to be a later one, but Liquid are going to respect the fact that they don't want to just barrel down and try and finish this game off right now. They can take their time. After all, this is a best of 5, right? We're in a grand finals. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Should need to just, kind of take your time. Make sure you don't throw away any of these games.
Especially with a DM buyback, that next fight is very straightforward if you're Liquid with an Aegis. You find this Magnus, you jump him, you take him out of the game. It's probably GG. You're not winning a fight without some big RP being landed or the skewer high ground defense here on the side of PARIVISION. Especially with the amount of damage Mickey is doing, man. He's a guaranteed 1 or 2 kills every fight. Just a question of, can you get anything in return?
Yeah.
No answer for this Spectre in sight.
Avery, what would you say the chances of PARIVISION winning this game is?
I'm sure the in-game says less than 2%.
It doesn't. It says
10%?
It says it's a 90-10 game.
Okay. 10% is, I mean, that's giving a lot of credit to this Magnus ET high ground defense, right?
Yes.
The fact you can always kind of scale back into a game, get those high ground defense situations working for you, it's just...
The numbers show that it is
man.
plausible that PARIVISION can win these
rough.
fights. It's going to be very, very hard, but they have made these comebacks before. This would probably rival the one they did against Bedboom, but we'll see.
They did get a big damage upgrade in this Earth Spirit, which has been a hero scaling tremendously well over the course of this event. Level 25 talent for no one. Undispellable Magnetize is huge here, especially when he has Refresher. So you're going to have 2 Undispellable Magnetizes, 2 Shiva procs, 2 BKBs on the Earth Spirit. We're looking towards this Drow to deal the damage, but honestly, it might just be no one. Like, put this game on your back if you want to make the comeback here and wipe 3-4 heroes on your own.
Maybe DM gets to Refresher. I don't think he's going to get there in time, sadly, but Refresher, RP, skewer back,
Could be
refresh, RP again, skewer back. I mean, when you're fighting under tier 4s.
Yeah, you bring someone in the fountain. I mean, double BKB counts for a lot this game, too, just negating a lot of the damage coming out from this Liquid lineup.
Man, he still has that RP for a good amount of time.
Yeah, it's a long one. He also finished up Wind Waker on this Rubik, so there's another save entering the game. Liquid will probably make good use of it here, especially with all the extra cast range Insania has. He continues to just find so much farm on these 5-position heroes. This Boxy takes a little bit of a backseat, but I do not think he minds. 4 minutes.
All right.
4 minutes on this Aegis.
Yeah, what's Liquid waiting on at this point? What items are you finishing up that says it's go time?
Nothing really. You're just getting these lanes in, making sure you have the output for the buybacks, maybe look for the next rune. It gets ping top. It is an amp damage rune. They're not going to waste time to check it, though.
They do have some pretty scary items coming down the pipe if they want to wait for them.
Oh, he had a mine on the rune top. So, yeah, Nisha's going to go top, gobble that up.
Oh, that's big. They're going to... Yeah,
dude, what? Amp damage Earthshaker.
Somebody's going to get one shot, and it might be one of the cores.
Saberlight also has this little ancient rumble hide. It's an interesting creep to have. It gives you extra accuracy and attack speed.
Okay.
But there's no evasion on PARIVISION side, so...
I mean, both
just an
around this.
attack speed bonus, yeah.
Yeah. Smoke up to the top lane, getting inside the base, getting deep vision down, immediately pinged out by PARIVISION. They know this is coming. They know heroes are there. They're not going to count it. The smoke up, a roll in. No one fishing for a hero, and he finds a good one in the room. Big Buddy's already Wind Wakered away, and now it's going to be Mickey pouncing onto no one instead. He gets bashed up, will not be able to roar in, and there goes Nisha, taking a Crystallis out of the fight with no buyback. There's no damage left on the side of PARIVISION now.
This Drow just can't stand anywhere near the engagement. The second you get stunned, Liquid are instantly on top of you. No BKB pop for this Drow. No hope.
Liquid, they back up a little bit, reset, settle themselves, and prepare for a final push, perhaps. A DM skewer back. But again, where is your damage? No one. He goes to the back line. He's hitting Nisha. It doesn't do anything. Mickey does take a healthy amount of damage, but he's got the Aegis after all. It's going to be an axe used for no one trying to spare his life, but he will not be able to get out of the sticky situation he rolled into. Trying to finish up Insania. They can't even get that. The last team fight started on him, and he was able to live all the way through to the bitter end. A Wind Waker out, and Liquid pushed for the throne.
Refresher arriving for Nisha in case he would need it. And I don't think he will here. The last buybacks coming through for PARIVISION. Just way too much HP to get through, way too much control. And you're still looking for that big skewer RP.
Liquid just playing with their food at this point in time. As DM, the only hope was a skewer back to Fountain. And you could see Liquid, they read his mind in exact.
That's going to be the name of the game. You're already down 1-0. You're going to have to make the comeback here, reset that momentum, reset the mentality, get something new going. And they've opted to go back to their comfort heroes, right?
Yep.
The Gyro for Crystallis, the Nyx Assassin for 9 class. Get those picks to give you some confidence, some comfortability.
This is a lineup that looks way more robust, right? I just feel like game one, to be honest, just felt like a bit of a draft problem. Drow Ranger against Spectre, Saberlight gonna be caught inside the cogs. Oh, what a boundless strike in from Mickey. Nails 3 of them. They still get the first blood, but PARIVISION, they're gonna be dropping a bit low. Mickey is gonna be the second death of this one on the side of Liquid. Crystallis does die in return though. Boxy picking up a triple. All right.
Well, Boxy is already owning this game, I'll tell you that much. He's almost level 2, got all 3 kills out of that. He is having the game of his life right now. Overall, that exchange is mostly even. PARIVISION got a decent amount of gold onto the Lycan and the Gyro. Pretty hard to skirmish into this Gyro level 1, honestly. And I mean, Liquid took it straight to him and got a decent exchange.
Yeah, they may have given up first blood, but they take 3 kills and 3 bounties.
Yeah, that is always the part you have to consider. Who gets the runes after the fight, often more important. So Liquid, they will be the victors of this early exchange, both in the XP, gold, and just extra net worth across the board. All 3 lanes are going to benefit from the extra runes here. Solid position to start this game in.
Boxy's going to complete a Magic Wand and Bracer before the lane even starts.
Yeah, he's massive. Like, there's so many stats on this Dark Willow right now. It is out of control. So if Liquid can translate that into a fast early game, they're going to be super happy. Because, again, you went for some comfort picks on the side of PARIVISION. But the downside of some of these, like the Nyx Assassins, that can be really slow. The mid game's a lot stronger. You can play the map more. You can do some of the pick-off game that Liquid did to you in that game 1. I kind of like that aspect. Change it up. Go for something different. You just have to be able to get there. And already, a little minor step back for them. They'll have to overcome in this laning phase. As 9 class pulling the waves straight into it here.
Yeah, classic Nyx Assassin. And don't think that Oracle is the best hero to be able to stop it. He will get some punishment. The Fortune's End being a longer duration disable.
I do like that Insania just went for the boots, though. Kind of understands what this lane's going to be. You know, double melee hero. He's not going to receive any harass. The boots will help him chase the pulls or be able to get the pulls off. Nice little itemization here.
No one. He's going to be playing the Invoker against Nisha's Earth Spirit. How does this matchup go?
So far, no one. Nisha's doing quite fine. I think Nisha's Earth Spirit has been the most impressive to me of the whole event.
Okay.
We saw No One's last game. It's very solid, right? But something about Nisha's Earth Spirit in the mid-late game just overperforms. It's really hard to beat Liquid in that situation.
Managed to dodge the roll in, still in a bit of trouble, but will not die. No One. A nice little sidestep does cost a bit of HP on the side of Nisha.
That said, Invoker for No One is also one of his signatures. He's Grandmaster tier on this hero. He's played it absolutely forever. He's very comfortable on what this hero can do, particularly in those late game situations. If you're trying to go toe-to-toe with that Earth Spirit scale, you can match him in that regard. Crystallis manning up here in the cogs. Saberlight.
Trying to get away. The Brambles do manage to let him disengage from Ducalis. Crystallis will also have to back away, being fed some tangos from his support.
Just not a fair fight on this lane. You're going into such early stat items coming out from Boxy and Saberlight. It's been tough down here for the Gyro. He is really suffering in that CS department.
Hello, my old friend. We meet again.
Oh, got the courier. See, Boots paying off here.
They are.
Doesn't need the extra regen on this lane.
Boots win lanes. Max movement speed. Callis.
They just want the Lotus here.
Yeah.
They need it really bad on this Gyro.
Crystallis needs the extra regen, but may not be able to get it. Let's see if he can outclick Boxy. Boxy does manage to get it first.
Another big
Started
win.
the channel just barely in time.
I mean, you're looking at this CS chart right now. This Gyro has nothing.
Oh, wow. 6-0? He's being outdone by Boxy's Dark Willow.
He was being outdone at the start of the game, and he's still being outdone. Mickey gonna look for the chase down top, and this is the downside of pulling waves against the Monkey King.
Yeah, you can only do this for so long against a monkey. The first 1 or 2 levels, fine, but the Monkey King's mobility, it's a problem.
Early boots for Mickey and Orb of Corrosion guarantees that chase down potential. Didn't even need the Tree Dance to get that anti-creep cutting kill.
Oh yeah, so it's going to be even worse now that he's level 4 and does have that option. So he's got to come up with a new trick.
I mean, what do you even do in this lane, actually? That I'm looking at it. I don't think PARIVISION can really enter this top lane anymore.
Well, they tried to do wolf pulling, meanwhile bottom lane still fighting it out. A spear into the cogs, Ducalis commits. Battery assault trying to blink away at Saberlight, hoping that the return kill is there from Crystallis. It is not.
Dude, Austin, this game it's spiraling right now.
Yeah.
We talk about stabilizing series, stabilizing games, making the comeback. A strong laning phase can give you the momentum to do that, but right now it is just crumbling for PARIVISION across the board. They are not winning any of these lanes. And it does not look like it's getting much easier here in the next few minutes. I mean, I'm looking at DM top. He's just sitting here. Well, finally, the monkey leaves the lane. Okay, I can get some CS.
Yeah, they are so set on not letting DM be able to do this wolf pulling shenanigans that Mickey leaves the lane entirely to be able to stop it. Now he goes quickly back to lane and punishes DM for being up in the first place, gets him down to about half HP, while Insania blocking 9 class from doing the pulling again.
This is about all you can do. Snipe a couple creeps as the Monkey King is instantly running over.
He's already blood grenaded him, and Mickey is making it away through the trees, hits him on the stun, but Mickey is still going to get in front of him. And again, the Orb of Corrosion slows him down. Mickey, he'll claim that last hit.
This is getting out of hand. You just can't creep cut versus the new Simeon Stride on this Monkey King. It's incredibly impossible. This lane is completely falling apart for PARIVISION here, as they're just gonna have to jungle the Lycan and look for something else on the map. Put this Nyx into bottom, maybe make some cheeky mid gank. Just go anywhere else on the map right now, because that top lane is a dead lane, and Liquid know it.
Here comes the rotation from Ducalis, but they already had the scan read on him.
They just abandoned top, but it's a Nyx into the jungle. 9 class does not feel confident enough to look for ganks on any of these other lanes, so you are giving a lot of space for the Liquid supports to operate in right now. You could easily go for things like that 7-minute Wisdom Rune steal, especially with the amount of extra XP Mickey has gotten off this top lane. I am concerned right now for DM being able to hold his own up here.
Yeah, it really seems like they're going to put in an effort to shut him down as they ignore the power runes, surprisingly enough, and just focus on trying to push him out of this lane. Maybe take the full-out tower. If they take the tower here with this push, that Wisdom Rune is way open for contesting this.
It's not Nith. It is done.
The Orb of Corrosion plus the Siege Wagon, it's too much. An attempt at getting the last hit, Insania will manage to nab it.
Not even a deny here, as DM is just left to the wolves, some might say. There is absolutely no counter gameplay here, and I think this Wisdom Rune is going to go Liquid's way. They're rotating Nisha over. He has regen to boost his resources back up. You have to go for the trade on the other side of the map. Ducalis eyeing it up right now.
That's going to be difficult because Saberlight is going to go back for it, and if he plays it right, I think he gets it. We'll see. The Cogs are going to be able to push him away. Let's see if the spear can land. It does, but Ducalis already picked up the Wisdom Rune. He's going to die for it, sure, but a very important nab. Otherwise, they are already experience limited. It would have been so bad.
You needed that rune, just for a morale boost, if nothing else. At least DM will get some CS under this tier 2. He's not going to get Dover killed again. He did play it as best as you can in that situation. But now, this game feels like it's in Mickey's hands. If you can get a couple moves from this Monkey King out on the map and start to ramp up the pressure, he might just run PARIVISION over right now.
Yeah, look at Mickey. How he has just constantly followed this Nyx assassin.
There's the gate rotation from the supports. Boxy eyeing it up. Stallis will escape. Gotta get this Invoker involved, I think. That's the one hero on mine right now for PARIVISION to kind of restabilize this early game.
It's not the best hero, though, to be active at just this moment, right? Like, you need some help. You can't solo kill heroes a lot of the time.
No. And ideally, you kind of want to go to the Invoker's lane and fight around him. Around the power runes, skirmish into the enemy supports. All the action's been away from the Invoker, which does not help your situation, as Ducalis will...
The Cogs, they can only stop the supports and keep them at bay. It does nothing to stop Nisha as he rolls right on through to claim the kill.
And guess what? He had another power rune. This time it's a haste. So he is just going to run straight bottom. He still had this ward down here, eyeing up Crystallis, who is trying to escape through the gate and will make it.
Yeah, he sees this coming. He will go through.
Nisha can follow him here.
Yeah, what is he going to do with this positioning?
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, what are you doing up here as Gyro other than kicking your Lycan out of the lane?
Yeah, DM's like, please, God, no. I just want a little bit more experience.
You need this Nyx level 6. Vendetta is a comeback mechanism in this game. Get a couple of quick core pickoffs with it. Something the Invoker can connect to on the map, or you can throw Lycan Wolves on top of it.
Yeah.
You just got to play for the Nyx Assassin. I mean, this is the trade-off with this hero. Incredibly strong in the mid-game, great at playing the map. His laning phase is trash, so we've seen it here. We've seen the downsides. We have yet to see the upsides. They're still in the cards, as Liquid take bottom tier 1.
Two side lane towers already dead before 10 minutes. You know what Crystallis is up to? He's stacking for himself. That's what he's doing out here. He is slowly clearing through a double ancient stack that he made for himself.
Gotta do what you gotta do. On the upside, the Lycan did recover a decent amount, honestly. Got this Helm of the Dominator, level 7, Lycan form available. You can find some sort of fight with it. I don't think you're too weak right now, and there's a move coming bottom with the Invoker. They want to get no one involved.
They have a dust for him, got him inside the arena, and a pin that lands on the Clockwork. Meanwhile, the Terrorize hits the two of them, bounce him against the walls a little bit. Saberlight's still going to be getting low, but thanks to the Bedlam, no one has to retreat, but gets nailed as a roll in from Nisha catches him out.
And Mickey with another kill to add to his total. Gladly cleans it up with the Boundless Strike. Another quick connection from Liquid, and a failed gank from PARIVISION here as their early game woes continue. Just cannot find the connections on the map. You just still don't have this hook shot. Your clock's level 4. You're talking about the lack of damage to combine with this Invoker. We just saw it. I mean, look at this mid lane. Insane is just pushing it in as an Oracle on your hill. Man has no fear right now.
And anybody who shows up at the side of PARIVISION is actually the one in trouble. Tornado goes out and does connect an EMP, just trying to burn through some resources.
He'll get it.
He does.
Decent mana burn here. This is a tower you have to keep up in this game. You cannot let this tier 1 mid go down. Way too important for no one's game and your team fight around this early game Invoker. So that's still an anchor point you can go back to. And if you stabilize the game right now and get some more farm on your Gyro and your Lycan, that team fight can come. You have to respect the damage output from Flat Cannon going through with some later points in how Vendetta hit, giving you the extra damage you need, and that Vendetta is online. So expect to see 9 class starting to look more aggressively on the map.
Yeah, it feels like finally PARIVISION do have an opportunity to be able to make some sort of play. Vendetta in 3 seconds, but a smoke up from Team Liquid. Getting aggressive here. Invading the enemy jungle. No one. He slips past the smoke. 9 class, he breaks it, but he already popped his Vendetta, and with that facet, the scuttle is going to let him get so far away. You do manage to hit him on the bramble. Boxy maybe could have terrorized him back into them, but it would have been quite the reach.
No one lingered
around
here.
Got the roll before the tornado kicks him back into his ally. What a hit from Nisha.
Where's the detection?
No detection, though. They used it on the Nyx assassin after all.
And a wolf will deny the rune. PARIVISION making some moves here, wasting a lot of time out of this trio.
Yeah, they are.
And just the lack of dust hurts them twice. Need the detection in this game.
And Saberlight will oblige, and he's got a Blink Dagger coming in as well.
You have to defend this tier 1 mid, though, and Saberlight, he makes the first rotation.
Yeah, he just instantly throws down the arena. They know that PARIVISION can't really fight back right now, so just use the arena off cooldown. Well, maybe they are going to try and fight for it. Leading out.
Damage.
Going to be saved, though. Saberlight does have an Oracle behind him, after all, so the Fate's Edict, it prevents a lot of damage, not even needing the false promise.
This is so sad for no one. Just watching this tower go down without a fight. Worst case scenario for the Invoker right now. So the map pressure continues to heat up. You got to find a way to use this Lycan too. This ult has been off cooldown for some time. It's a powerful spell in this game if you can get the chase down on some of these supports.
Oh, 9 class trying to set up on Mickey right now. If he could catch him while Mickey's farming up this hard camp, perhaps the Lycan can commit his ultimate, but he got the scan. Mickey's out of here.
There's a sentry.
Oh, he's going to play around his sentry. He's going to bait out 9 class. Missed the boundless strike, though. Meanwhile, they caught Insania inside of the cogs. This is pretty nice. A spear on 9 class. He pushed into the Wukong's command, so he will die for that one. A 1-for-1 trade-off so far. And Mickey being hounded by the Wolves. DM he goes after him, commits for the kill. Mickey not dead just yet. He actually is going to trickery himself out of here while DM has to retreat, but he gets pinned. And now the shapeshift, it's running out of time. He doesn't have anything left. Liquid will run in down. Boxy is traded out for it, but it's Liquid are the winners of this fight so far. Ducalis, he catches Saberlight inside the cogs, though. So maybe PARIVISION can actually get the extra kill out of this. Very nice.
Yeah, not too bad when all things are said and done. The fact that 9 class got everything off there in a double core impale just did so much damage that Mickey has to retreat. Yeah, he lives, but Liquid end up losing that fight, and all the cores from PARIVISION get involved. Crystallis lending the missile from the high ground at the end.
If only they could have killed Mickey as well, it would have been so sweet.
Harassing bottom.
Yeah, didn't get the Vendetta hit.
But that's the kind of fight you need in this game. Get the Lycan involved, use that form. Saw the power of the summons. If you can't clear them out with your spells, then they do a decent amount of damage there. It was very clutch Terrorize from Boxy, which bailed out Mickey in the end.
Yeah, it's going to be Terrorize and Arena. The 2 spells that they have to protect against this Lycan.
Nyx is doing some work here. Rough early game, but starting to pick up. And you can find yourself in a position where maybe Liquid are the ones afraid to push these lanes super deep or split up on the map, similar to last game. That's what this draft is designed to do.
Yep.
And the gyro will just clean up jungle. So
but also, I think there was a lack of information a lot of times for PARIVISION in that last game. The lanes were always pushed in, and there was a lot of Liquid members off map all the time.
It was a huge problem. The lane jump was a massive problem in that game. Lycan will help you this time around. The gyro, in theory, can help you. Invokers and the Nyx can play off the map and kind of present that threat.
Yeah.
I think that's why this draft just looked a lot more stable this time around. A lot easier for them to play that mid game if it comes to it. And this game will absolutely come to it here, as pretty much going to go even across the board at the 60-minute mark. Looking a little rough there, but PARIVISION will bring it back, and now they have some aggressive opportunities of their own. Looking on the power rune. Instant Dispel gets Nisha out of there, and that's another strong rune for the Earth Spirit here. Amp damage. That can pack a serious punch.
Yep, and that is the advantage of having an Oracle. They know where it is every single time, so they can just fully commit multiple heroes to one side of the river, knowing it's going to be there. Nisha can also plant himself nice and early. And the reward, an advantage for the next fight.
Big smoke committal from Liquid. 4 heroes. They're going to TP top on top of that. Blink on Saberlight trying to lead the charge, find a big core target, but
if they don't catch anybody from this, it's a pretty big win for PARIVISION. Yeah, everybody's out. A TP play, a retreat, and going through the gate. PARIVISION get away in 3 different ways on 3 different heroes.
It's the way to use your vision. You have Lycan Wolves to scout, you have Nyx to scout. When you don't see anything on the map like that, move becomes easier to read. And this time it's Liquid struggling to find connections here. They are still going to try and use the back end of the smoke to go through mid, and they will find Ducalis. Or
Spear,
will they find
it doesn't land. Ducalis gets the cog, trick away.
Whew, a little whiff there. Some breathing room.
Oh, they're going to go after Mickey. They saw all those heroes in mid after all. They don't know where he is.
Do they know he's here? They do not. They do.
Oh, they do! Night Class walked through him with the scuttle, spotted him somehow, and with the hook shot into Insania, didn't have the false promise. Good terrorized hit, though.
Nisha wants to fight.
With the damage and the arena, it's locked 2 cores inside. He needed Spear onto the Lycan, trying to burst him down here with the Bedlam. Is it enough damage? It's not. DM is able to fight back. The big bad wolf hounds at your door, and Liquid were not strong enough.
Sick deafening blast from no one to reset that fight. And he's tanky enough to just sit there and eat the amp damage rolls as Nisha, he makes a play call, says we can go in with the big ults, we can control them, but it's not enough to cut through the HP pools here. PARIVISION with a huge team fight win. And it all starts with that find on the Monkey King, this Nyx assassin.
Saberlight tried to do too much. Went to cut the top wave and blinks into the enemy on accident.
Oh man, Crystal's got so much out of the last few minutes here. Liquid stumbling as they enter this mid-game at the hands of some strong vision mechanisms coming out from PARIVISION. We've seen this Nyx be a problem for a lot of teams.
You know he's around here
to be a nuisance.
He just walked through a ward sentry, but the problem is this scuttle. It makes it so hard to know where the Nyx assassin is going to be exactly when he just is able to walk through trees and cliffs.
And the strength is if you're not dying on this hero, you're wasting enemies' time. This is Liquid sitting on this ward sentry thinking, maybe he runs through here again. Maybe we can set up something. He's just all the way on the other side of the map already. He's going to run into another sentry op, so he gets scouted again.
Spotted him for a second. Boxy. They didn't have the detection. Saberlight does. Hit the pin. They'll punish 9 class. We're moving through their side of the map. It's a small pickup for Liquid. PARIVISION still holding the lead.
Need these sentry traps to do work versus hero. It does pay off for Liquid there. Need as many of them on the map as you can get. Protect your backline.
So this Nyx passive, it reveals Monkey as well in the trees. Because it just says detect heroes within 350 units. So if he walks through a tree that the Monkey is on, that means it sees him?
I don't know. I've never thought about it. It's usually an interaction that works versus invis heroes.
That's how we saw him earlier, right? Like he Vendetta hit him while he was on the tree. That's pretty crazy.
That is a very unique interaction. I do not think one Mickey expected.
No. Gonna take a Tormentor here, PARIVISION. I almost wonder if it would be
he got the
worth.
shard too on the Nyx.
Nice.
That is, well, it's a break mechanic, but it's a very good one in this game when you're against things like the Mars, right?
Yep.
Remove a lot of that frontline potential from Saberlight. Now it just makes him a way easier target to go on.
You can also break Jingo Mastery, so the Monkey King isn't as much of a threat when you try and kill him. Yeah, we'll see this one again.
They definitely do not see him here, and then, he just gets revealed.
He's got the Howl on him as well, the debuff, so it made it even easier to recognize, hey, this tree has a debuff on it.
I mean, 9 class has absolutely turned this game around. Yeah, you suffered a lot in that laning phase, but that's what the Nyx does, right? He puts you on the back foot, but he can always make the comeback. He can get the jungle farm, and now he's the richest support in this game by a mile. Honestly, PARIVISION, they were in a tough spot, but this off lane that started out so bad has done so much work in this game, including DM, who, by the way, is 3-1-7 on this
The smoke's
Lycan.
coming in. They're going to break on Boxy. Immediately trying to blow him up with a Meteor Dragon, and that is enough. On the left side, Saberlight, they get the arena surrounding out Chrysalis right now. Ducalis is going to tick out from the Earth Spirit. Nisha with his BKB will be able to make himself away. Saberlight with the pin on the Lycan will also be able to get out. The two supports die on the side of Liquid. The cores will manage to retreat.
9 class, he wants more. Gonna Vendetta in mid. There's a sentry here though. So your setup capability is pretty limited, and I don't think anybody can join you anyway.
Nisha, what's he? Oh, nice spike carapace and an instant seal on the regen rune. 9 class and his Nyx assassin continues to terrorize and annoy Liquid.
Mental damage right there. Make the game as frustrating to play as possible and just wear out Liquid's mentality as you're going to start thinking about Roshan here. This Lycan's game is not too shabby anymore. BKB, Helm of the Overlord, go into that pit, put an Aegis on this Gyro, and suddenly this PARIVISION lineup is going to come alive because you're going to have a Gyrocopter with potentially 2 lives who's going to be flacking down everybody in the fight. They're going to be getting how their armor is going to be getting reduced, and you could throw an Alacrity on top of all of that to let this ranged cleave just go to work. It's going to be an overwhelming amount of damage. You even have this Ancient Thunderhide to give an extra frenzy buff if you really want to just go completely overboard on this Gyro. These are the kind of lineups where this hero really shines. He just becomes an absolute beast in the team fight. Mickey is going to have his work cut out for him this game. I mean, he has performed extremely well so far this tournament. He is on one of his signature heroes in this Monkey King. But I am starting to question if he can go toe-to-toe with this Gyro as this game continues to progress.
Yeah.
Just so many buffs.
It's really the only remaining threat for PARIVISION because with the BKBs, the arena is not nearly that big of a deal.
No, they do not care about Saberlight right now.
So it's just the Wukong's command that can really stop this Lycan or this Gyrocopter from, just running them over.
And I think Insania's game has been really difficult here versus just all the backline jump. You have 2 supports who can get on top of you and help burst you down. You have wolves and summons that can be chomping on you the whole fight. An invisible invoker who's scouting you. Mickey, he gets found by the Nyx mid.
Insania is behind him. PARIVISION know not to overcommit on this. They just have a bit of a poke at Mickey. Now the jump in from Ducalis, trying to catch the Oracle as well. Doesn't get him inside the cogs. The false promise is going to have to be used here. Mickey's going to turn on his BKB. Turn it around with the Wukong's command. PARIVISION walking away. Nisha, meanwhile, hit from behind. Goes for no one. They're chasing after this Invoker and will manage to kill him. But what about this Monkey King? Has to get away from Chrysalis. Got him inside the arena. Saberlight misses the spear. But DM, it's not just the Gyrocopter. It's the Lycan that's a big threat as well. Munching on Mickey. Trying to run him down underneath the tier 2. They say, okay, he life-stealed enough. That's good enough. We're going to back away. Call it a team fight win as long as we get out with our heroes. But Nisha's back into play. A Cogs that is pushing out Chrysalis. He has to run down the river. Liquid ought not to chase him.
Neither team wants to commit on the tail end of that fight. Nisha really low on resources. Mickey able to survive through all of it, even though that Wukong got kited. And that arena did a lot of work, kiting out the Gyrocopter. You did manage to land a lot of the buffs on Crystallis there. You got an Alacrity Gyrocopter on the front line. But that backline jump from Liquid was beautiful there. You took no one out of the fight completely with that BKB duration on 2 cores. Just no counterplay for him. Doesn't have the defensive capability yet. You have Manta for a single Dispel, but no BKB or Hurricane Pike on that Invoker. He could not reset his position. But as you mentioned, man, the Wolf, this Lycan has really caused Liquid some problems in the fight. He's PARIVISION's most farmed core after that early game, after that laning phase.
Trying to go to Nisha, see if they can blow him up with the Vendetta hit and the Sunstrike terrorize. Wait a minute, Nisha, he is able to get away, all because the supports behind him put in the work.
That is very close to being a 100-0 kill, though, without any nearby cores. And that's a scary thought.
9 class trying to walk around inside the enemy jungle without the Vendetta. Can't do that, my friend. Saberlight, woo! That physical damage is intimidating, man.
He almost got Sunstruck in the fountain, too. No one was right on top of him. Stall is pushing up as... Oh, can't hit that. Foxy will get out of there. Again, the resources low on Nisha.
Liquid, it's their turn to be dodging the Aegis. With a minute and a half, PARIVISION is still going to try and put in some work, though. They've got a mid-tier 2 that's going to die soon. Don't think you're stopping this if you're Liquid.
No way.
They got to be careful, man. Getting close to this one, no one. He was almost there to catch him out. A tornado setup surely would have been the death of one of those heroes.
Especially with an amp damage rune.
Oh, yeah.
And the BKB he has now. This Invoker's a lot harder to commit on than he was before.
Look how bold he's being. It's not one tier 2. A second one falls as well, up to a 7,000 net worth lead for PARIVISION now. But Liquid, you want to try and take this fight towards the tail end of the Aegis, try and surprise PARIVISION. They don't see an opportunity for it, though.
This Nyx has really hampered their map movement. This time it's Liquid stuck in their base. Unable to move out on the map. They don't see a lot. The lanes are getting shoved in against them from the Wolf. You gotta remember that Lycan Shard, always spawning these extra Wolves. It's like a mini Furion ult, you know? Just pushes the lanes into you. Another vision mechanic. And the Howls are always going out on the map. Have to keep that reduction in mind in the middle of the team fight. As Mickey, I mean, he is still leading the pack. That's the crazy part. This Monkey King is on top. He has his BKB, he has his full meal, and you're pushing towards that level 20. You can always just throw the false promise on him and let him go ham. He should almost always be able to heal up, get a second life through that.
Going for the power rune, Boxy. They actually get the initiation on the clockwork, but the counter from 9 class and no one blows up the Dark Willow, and Dakalis is still healthy. He's kind of fine.
Oh,
he goes back in with the hook shot. He wants a little bit more off of that one. The Wukong's command immediately put into place with the Saberlight Spear into the Wukong's command to finish up the clockwork. But all of that was for a clockwork. What about the rest of the team that is now going to hunt you down? No one is pushing forward. DM is chasing after Insania. Got the disarm out, hoping to be able to stall his death. Meanwhile, pop out from Mickey. Goes for 9 class and does manage to commit. Finish him off with the BKB. Insania with the false promise on himself. Trying to help Mickey. He can't save him here. Mickey needs to be able to jump away, but he can't. Wait, a kick, a sunstrike, it doesn't land. The fly cannon, no tornado. Oh, it's not enough. What a miracle save from Liquid.
No way he gets out of there. An absolute miracle save here. As Mickey somehow escapes, and PARIVISION are left wondering how he gets out of there at all.
And with the Monkey King still alive, Liquid feel like they maybe can take a fight.
Yeah, they're going to defend their high ground here. I thought he was dead for sure. No Wukong available, no false promise. But that kick from Nisha. I got your back, bro.
I mean, it really shows that Mickey, he cannot do it alone despite the great carry performances he has been having.
He mischief dodged too in the middle of that.
Yep.
It was a high ground miss on the last flat cannon hit. I don't know. That's divine intervention, for lack of a better word.
It really is.
Mickey will live to fight another day. He's so farmed, he's so high level. That is the biggest prize on the map by far. 9 class on a sentry, getting baited a little bit.
He does. Might still be able to get a kill. No.
Helped tank the sunstrike there.
Yeah, Dark Willow was, he got a little low from that one.
Gotta start thinking about the next Roshan in this game if you're a PARIVISION. How do you put it on your gyro, right? Every time you run these gyrocopter lineups, you want that second life on him. You want him to be able to frontline with confidence, throw the alacrity, get all of that working for you. A lot of it starts with Roshan. Every time Liquid get these Nyx pickoffs, they're able to push the lanes in a little bit, get some more vision, work that map control in their favor. And that's a gem pickup from Insania. This is a big one in this game. You need to keep control of this gem so that you can get onto the map and not be too afraid of 9 class's Nyx Assassin, which has caused you so many problems here.
Well, he may not have the Aegis anymore, but he's got a Satanic. This gyrocopter, almost 4,000 HP in a second life with the Satanic active.
He is big, man. This is a lot of HP to get through and not a lot of burst to do it. You look at this Liquid lineup, a lot of it's centered around taking the long fight, multiple rounds of spells off the Mars, the Earth Spirit, the Dark Willow. Where's the burst going to come from to bring this guy down? It has to be Mickey on that Monkey King. You got to make this Wukong's command work for you, and you have to keep heroes in it. That's the big question. BKBs for PARIVISION right now are incredibly strong at disjoining the stuns. You just walk out of that arena. You walk out of the Wukong. If you reset that fight, you're in a very good position. Liquid need to make their stuns count.
Smoke is going to break on Liquid here. A contest for the Roshan. Finds an opening. It's going to be on Boxy. Immediately Shadow Realm. TP out, but a Tornado will deny him that escape. He is dead. A 4 versus 5 will now have to commence if Liquid want to fight for the Roche.
An arena attempted on 9 class, but he blinked out. So that ultimate is now on cooldown for Liquid as well as he continues to frustrate them on the back line.
I mean, if you're PARIVISION, do you just force it? With that arena on cooldown,
I mean, Roche is up. And you know it's up because you had the Rocket Flare.
Yep.
Just go for the objective.
I think so too.
You have this Granite Golem. You have AC done on the Lycan. This lineup has come together beautifully here. You have all the buffs you could ever ask for. This is a massive power spike for Crystallis. You're going to have Alacrity, AC, or a Granite Golem, or a Howl going through.
Ow! PARIVISION will take the Roshan. Liquid not able to get there in contested time.
Fight this?
They tried for a blind spear on no one. Didn't have the detection. They just spotted him for a moment there.
Is this the fight to take in this part of the map?
Oh, it's certainly not. Liquid are on full retreat now. Nisha, he's going to be the one hit by the Tornado.
9 class.
Trying to get him to use his BKB, but he does manage to roll away.
He almost got that roll block. Liquid will retreat to their own high ground ward. Best place to fight for them. They can defend against the Nyx invasion. But PARIVISION don't have to take that bait. They could just push in mid right now.
They
start
could.
hitting Liquid's base if they really want to. It's the strength of the Aegis on this Gyro and Crystallis. He makes the read. He makes the call. This is absolutely the correct play.
The biggest danger is going to be a spear back into the Wukong's command.
9 class?
Oh, he saw that monkey there sitting next to him in the trees. Mickey's got to be careful with that one. Tornado.
Dude, this Golem is just...
He's just demolishing the range barracks. Mickey has to deny it.
And you got to be careful about those Mjolnir procs. He just got Carapace there. You jump in the fight, random Mjolnir proc gets Carapace, you don't get that BKB off, could be a death sentence. Then you have to rely on the false promise here. The butterfly is done for the Monkey King right now, though. And that's why Liquid are posturing to take that fight. They know how strong Mickey is. In a full-on team fight as PARIVISION, they're going to hug the high ground here. They have everything available.
PARIVISION, they have their own Oracle. The Wolves will scout up the amp damage. No one's making his way to his team right now with an amp damage and an Aegis. Surely this is enough an advantage unless they get the initiation. A blow-up attempt onto Lycan. DM activates his BKB, and he gets out of the Wukong's command. So instead they go for no one. No one, a force staff gets him away. And now magnetizes, ticking him out. He already killed the Clockwork. Doesn't manage to finish off DM. No one, meanwhile, his BKB has expired. He gets pinned. A Bedlam right on top of him. No one is dead as well. Crystallis is being kited out now. He's committed for the kill onto Mickey, but Mickey with the Jingu stacks managed to keep himself alive. 9 class will be the final victim of Liquid's initiation.
What a team fight. The target prioritization absolutely on point here for Liquid. And what a play call from Mickey. He just boundless strikes into the middle of all of them. Barely gets that Wukong off before the Tornado comes through, and that makes a world of difference as you're able to combine the arena plus the Wukong, instantly force out all those BKBs. Crystallis, he's relying on the second life to do the job here, but the arena blocks a lot of these flak hits. You're protecting your backline. Insania takes no damage. Boxy takes no damage, and then you're able to re-engage. The BKBs run out on the side of PARIVISION. Your Wolf form running out here, and you didn't get enough done with it. The re-engage from Liquid on point as Crystallis, he just gets kited out completely.
And look at this. Crystal is trying to kill Mickey here. He just does not do enough damage.
Nope.
The Jingu lifesteal easily outdoes him. A butterfly effect, it's massive. They
now
really, it feels like he can't actually win this man fight anymore until he has MKB. Saberlight, though, will get picked off. No. A false promise. Save perhaps from Insania.
He can blink out here, guaranteed.
Yep. He's going to activate the BKB just in case to make sure his TP does get out.
Nine Class
They're going to run down Insania, right? Right? Oh, no.
Rocket Flare.
It spots him, but he is so far away.
Another escape. Liquid.
Oh, PARIVISION.
They're crawling this game back.
They are. PARIVISION had this game in the palm of their hands, and it's slipping through their fingers now.
Yeah, they missed a big window with that Aegis on the gyrocopter. These are really important to extract as much as you can. That said, they still have very decent position on their cores. If you get this MKB up on Crystallis, that makes a lot of difference here.
Right.
And that was still a fight that was super well played from Liquid, but we didn't see that combination of throw the Alacrity on him, throw the Howl, and let Crystallis deliver. That second life was kind of useless because all those buffs were gone by the time he respawns.
As a result, 20-24. A 7,000 net worth lead for PARIVISION, which is kind of what they had just 10 minutes ago. 9 Class. Liquid's looking right now. They're very close to finding a pickoff on the Nyx Assassin.
They have a lot of items to help them in that regard now. You got a Hex on Saberlight. That's a huge one here.
Yeah.
You also got this Ags on Nisha. Offensive and defensive capability.
A snipe? Not enough. He lives with just 70 HP.
Look at the time being wasted, though. You have Forge Spirits and a Wolf Top hitting your tier 3, so Mikkei's going to have to go back to base.
Oh, and a hook shot. He runs into the brambles with a spike carapace to stop Boxy from getting through the gate. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough by itself. DeGaulle, he wasn't able to finish him off. Maybe Night Class can. Boxer reveals him. His Psychic Headband pushes him away. Night Class can still connect. And Aeontis that may not be able to protect him here. Shadow Realm goes off. Fate's Edict as well.
What?
No way. How did that not hit him?
He's in between the car. I don't know, man. Liquid are operating on some different level right now to escape these Nyx ganks. That was an entire sequence where the Monkey King went top to deal with the base pressure. So PARIVISION knew they had advantage. They knew Liquid were not going to take that fight head on. That's what this Nyx is designed to do. Split you up, look for the pickoff, get a numbers advantage.
PARIVISION, it just feels like with all these little things going against them, it's a 6 versus 5. There's a man in the server just pushing things against them every single time.
These little moves from Liquid, especially the supports, making a world of difference. And now you're the ones on the hunt.
Saberlight, he's gonna find his smoke broken on 9 Class's Nyx Assassin again. The scuttled up Vendetta Nyx Assassin is too hard to catch.
I mean, no matter what happens in this game, I'm telling you, this Nyx is getting banned in that game 3.
But seriously,
He's done so much work against Liquid's map movement.
it's caused them just way too many issues. They just cannot seem to connect on too many of their moves.
Another missed attempt from Boxy to catch him on the gate. Just so much time wasted, so many moves wasted, so much detection wasted. Gotta look towards that next Roshan. It's everything for Crystallis on this gyro. And Mikkei, he is very strong around that pit if Liquid can find themselves in a position where you set up with the Wukong's command, but also this Aghanim Scepter on the Monkey, adding extra statues.
Yeah. If they could ever...
It's almost level 25, too.
Yeah. If they could ever chain stun him, they now have a Bloodthorn on DM. So they can make their way through that butterfly potentially. It's a risk.
A lot of damage. A lot of burst damage coming out in the scouting.
TPN from Saberlight right in the middle of Heroes. Activates BKB and turns for the kill onto Collis. And it looks like PARIVISION will accept that.
Just leave him behind. Positioning is really hard to fight into there. They were also getting this Hex delivered onto no one. Massive item for their side as well.
This is nasty timing because the Roshan spawn time has started. Both teams want to control the pit.
Does have buyback on the clockwork if the fight breaks out.
Look at Nisha just barreling in with this haste rune.
Did not find the Nyx though with that gem. It's on the Earth Spirit right now. 9 Class playing out of range.
And he's getting a lot of information on the Liquid Heroes. 20 seconds till to call us back up. Mikkei making his way through. Buyback immediately. They're going to try and take this fight. Side device and a Terrorize coming in. No, he got the fear onto the gyrocopter, but a Glimmer Cape protects him. And now Mikkei's getting bursted. BKB goes outbound the strike. They got him. He bursted down the carry of Liquid. And now Crystallis running down Nisha as well. An attempt to roll away. Nisha will get some distance. The missile follows him. Liquid will not be able to contest this, Roche.
Nisha maybe still in trouble here, has to stone
on the
himself.
other side, a TP in, Nisha. He rolls straight into the arms of Gyro Counter. Chrysalis with the reads.
Collects that streak. And we'll try and collect more here, so they're just gonna run down mid.
Oh, Boxy's dead as well!
Mid-Rax died to creeps during that entire sequence as 9 class.
And 9 class wants even more? No way! An impale, a tornado, and the final member of Liquid is dead!
This Nyx assassin has picked Liquid apart completely. Playing on the outskirts of the vision, avoiding the gem, finding the openings, the backline crumbling to the wolf and the bug. As buybacks are forced out of Liquid, Mickey unable to survive the onslaught here.
A fight for Roshan turns to a fight for their lives. Liquid, 3 members up to try and defend the push in from PARIVISION. Saberlight goes for it. A spear, but immediately the site divides. An hook shot into the back line of Mickey. It's going to be Saberlight dead with his BKB.
Mickey.
Now gone. Mickey's in trouble.
No BKB.
The false promise isn't. Oh, he gets in. Found the strike. Away and into the fountain he goes. He stays alive. That would have been the end of the game. Nisha kicks himself out of danger. PARIVISION, a second lane of barracks. Are they going to go for a third?
Are you going to go Megas? Are you going to go Throne? Are you going to go Roshan? You have to make the call here and be decisive. Die back on the Mars gives you that opening.
The Chrysalis doing so much damage. The Throne is going to be exposed. A roll in, found the strike, chain stun, terrorize. It is a whole wombo combo that brings down the Gyrocopter. Looking for more. DM, BKB, TP out. He's good. Dakalis, not so much.
Not respecting that level 25 that arrived from Nikkei.
What a hook shot away, but a boundless strike. That will still find its mark.
They decided to go for tier 4s. And will this be a decision that they come to regret here? As Liquid, they pick up some big kills. The Mars is still going to be dead here for 40, but that Roshan spawned. You have an opportunity to run down bottom lane and either force buybacks out of PARIVISION or collect that Aegis in exchange for a Monkey King buyback.
Feels like Roche to me.
The mobility from this Monkey King is unparalleled in Mickey. He has made aggressive moves. He's made defensive moves. This Monkey
look
King
at this,
shard.
look at this, look at this. No one's going to try and force Megas, forcing Liquid out of here. An immediate tornado goes out. Nisha, he'll deal with no one while his team tries to go still for the Roshan.
It's a super smart play. Exert pressure on the weak point right now. Just
Even
this last
more.
lane of racks.
9 class. He scuttles into the base. Looking for an opening.
They want Saberlight. They want the tower. They want something here in exchange for this Roshan, which is being claimed by Mickey right now. This is a refresher
so
shard
smart.
Roche.
They're going to get a full tier 3 for this, exposing the final set of barracks.
And no one, he TV's bottom. This Roche is not dead yet.
Yeah, they see 2 cores here. A tornado going out right in the middle of the Roshan pit. They will manage again. Some of the spoils of this fight, right? Mickey picks up the
pick it all up.
trying to get all of it. Found the strike away. Oh, the cold snap! It got him. It stopped his TP. Can no one stop the primal spring away?
This is an awkward situation. Does he know he's here?
Does he know? Oh, he saw the statue.
Gets pinged. There's another chase going on.
Another
though.
boundless
Nisha.
strike. He is getting away. Meanwhile, Nisha in the middle, magnetized up, and he turns himself to stone. Gets the kick away with the terrorized arena that will not let the Lycan go in peace. DM has to pop his BKB and run away.
Barely escapes with a 6 sidestep during the pig form. He will dodge that spear and save his own life. Whew. Liquid, get out of there. Once again, the little plays make all the difference. Mickey just didn't have slots to pick everything up. It was a glimmer-caped Oracle from Insania who went in that pick, took the cheese, blinked out and escaped with the last treasure. So no one unable to collect anything off that Roche play. And now you have an Aegis on this Monkey King to make up for that buyback. You have a refresher shard in the backpack right now, which could give him a second Wukong or a second BKB on the respawn. That is absolutely huge for the side of Team Liquid, because these Wukongs mean everything. Pick-off attempt, successful.
Nice pickup.
The map is still so difficult for Liquid to play.
Yeah. I mean, it was already so bad with the Nyx Assassin constantly, you know, keeping them honest in their side lanes, getting pickoffs, breaking smokes. But with 2 lanes always pushing in, and the Lycan Shard.
It's just so much ghost shove between the Forge Spirits, the Lycan summons, Rocket Flares, the Nyx Assassin keeping you off the map. No one, he's a pickoff threat in his own right now on this Invoker, just ghost walking around in the late game. He has Hex, and he just finished up a full refresher. This Invoker is going full beast mode in the late game. He can absolutely 100-0 everybody with a full refresher combo if he has his ability and the time to do it in the fight.
Dire are scanning.
Still have this Aegis for 2.5 minutes here.
I love that no one, like such an old school Invoker player, right?
Oh,
This
yeah.
is one of his most prolific
Oh,
heroes.
yeah.
And I love that he's not going the right-click build that's been the fad for so many of these Invokers. He's like, nah, man, I stick it old school. Tornado, meteors, drop them.
I mean, this is a man who had to compete against the Miracles and the Sumails in their prime.
Yep.
He's going to play it old school. He's going to play it straight up. He is just going to combo you to death. And he has that level 25 talent as well. So Radial Deafening Blast was his decision. It'll be obnoxious in the fight, particularly if you can hit that Monkey King with it.
Yep. He is almost 25. How reducing attack damage? That's going to
It's
be
a
pretty
nice one.
nasty when they are so reliant on Mickey's damage.
Do not underestimate the late game scaling of this Lycan on his own and what he can do for the team.
Yeah.
He has full Bloodthorn Abyssal. He gets on top of you, you're gonna disappear, and he's been hunting the supports the entire fight. But it might come to a point where you can just man up and fight this Monkey King.
Mickey knows. He's got too much he needs to get accomplished here. Missed hook shot, barely out the mark there.
He's
Mickey
thinking about
has
Divine.
a queued up Divine right now.
He wants to use his Aegis, though, in the next minute and a half. Looking aggressively. Still has that Refresher Shard in his backpack. Liquid on the hunt. Want to find the jump. Always have to think about the lanes, though. You have to think about this top racks, and you have to think about your throne. Amp damage, Nyx Assassin, hunting bottom. Has his own sentry obs here. Feels very safe right now. Combine this with the Sunstrike. Might be able to take a tanky core down. Oh, gem on Boxy,
Or
though.
maybe... Oh, Boxy spots him. 9 class knows. He needs to try and get out of here now, but he's surrounded by too many heroes. The Aeon protecting Boxy, while 9 class is the one to get blown up.
And instantly, Saberlight TP's top to try and get this lane out. Regain some map control for Liquid. That pickoff's nice, but you want to get more out of it right now. No one invisible on the front lines.
Yeah, he still has the Aegis. He's going to be diving in aggressively on the side of Mickey. Looking for heroes, will not find an opening.
And these Wolves are going to scout out the retreat. PARIVISION dodge the 5-on-4 or the 6-on-4 if you count that Aegis, which will expire now. 10 seconds left. Not going to find the fight with it. Level 25 unlocked for the Lycan. So that extra damage reduction is going to come into play. Another aspect of this game Mickey's going to have to fight through as he tries to put this game on his back right now. Saberlight finds the Hex.
Scythe, wait, the hook shot. It's going to stop him from chaining up the spear, and Dracalis makes his way in front of that one, protecting his cores. And it doesn't even cost him his life. Saberlight tries to jump back in for the clockwork kill. Now he's exposed. Now he's in trouble. Now it's only the Wukong Command that can maybe save him. Wait, Mickey goes after him.
Round
Refreshes,
two.
double bound the strike, and Chrysalis falls.
Cleaved him down with the double balance. Did not expect the burst damage.
And somehow Saberlight's still alive. No one's gonna man up for him. BKB gets the kill. TP's out. No! The BKB doesn't last long enough. He will pay for
the
killing
base.
Saberlight.
Liquid's base right now, the Wolf.
Oh, the Terrorizers are gonna come out, stopping the last bit of damage that DM needs. Now a spear. Can he do it? BKB,
getting the Megas.
he's getting the Megas!
Can he get out?
BKB,
Oh
bye-bye!
my God, what a play. This man smiling all the way to the bank as he salvages a terrible team fight for PARIVISION. That Refresher Shard Monkey King did work. But this Lycan putting on a clinic right now. 9-1 and 14. He's been a menace in the fights and a menace on the map as he claims Megas for PARIVISION, but Megas don't mean shit if you don't win the game, Austin. And right now, there's a Divine Rapier Monkey King running down mid. Mickey wants buybacks here. He might just want the throne. And he has the capability to bring it down. This damage is absolutely out of control right now.
With the Aghanim Scepter, he is dangerous on the buildings. You do not want to let this guy get set up on your throne. Liquid marching forward. They will not be able to get a buyback out of Chrysalis.
He wants throne. He wants tier 4s.
But they are going to try and take the final fight.
DM,
Tornado,
you go, their base or yours.
Already got the arena, but a BKB, Saberlight in a bit of trouble. There goes the Saberlight is saved. He's okay for now. Mickey, found the strike, away, getting low.
He's down.
Shot, he puts him down. Divine Rapier on the deck, a Clockwork to pick it up. Nisha couldn't grab it in time. Wait, no, he got it. Roll away, denied. 9 Class shuts him down, puts him in the dirt. And now it's going to be PARIVISION making their way through the throne. Nothing Liquid can do to stop it now.
No buyback available on the Monkey King, not because of the timer, because of the gold. Liquid went for the all-in play, and they fell a little short. And now you have Divine Rapier Gyrocopter.
He's
Chrysalis.
coming for you. Chrysalis is coming for you. A shield rune. A Divine Rapier.
And only 3 heroes to make the defense. It looks impossible here for Liquid. You're going to have to stone kick this gyro into the fountain or something.
Nisha has to do something truly incredible here. It just doesn't look possible. He's going to be stunned up. 9 Class. One final spike to end the game. A 2-man stun. Only one assassin. Will it be countered by Liquid? Or if it succeeds, gets banned out for the rest of the series. But we're ready to go for Game 3 of PARIVISION versus Liquid. Once again, we're going to see Chrysalis on his gyrocopter. We've got DM on the Enigma. Liquid bringing a lot of pace. Pace, man. All 3 of these cores are going to be online early and running at you.
That's what they like to do. Why mix it up when you're the best in the world at it?
And I think that's funny because it's been the Game 3 so oftentimes, right? They go the distance and all these best of 3s. It's the 3rd game that is the most dominant for Liquid, and it's usually off of a pace like this.
The one question mark for me, though, is how fast Mickey can join that kind of pace with a carry Tiny. This hero, I think, is way slower than something like the Monkey King, and sometimes even the Gyro for Crystallis if he can join early fights. You need your items, right? You want to get an item, join a fight, get an item, join a fight.
Early smoke on smoke action. Liquid, they're going to find their mark. It looks like Ducalis stuck in a corner will be the victim, and Saberlight the victor.
Well, a lot of extra gold for him on this Primal Beast, one of his signature heroes for the tournament, and one he's really shown on. Liquid have honed in on what they want Saberlight's hero pool to be, and they are sticking to it. There's an early pick versus the Gyro. This is a hero that can get on top of him, pulverize him through the BKB duration, remove a lot of that survivability from the hero. Can be a really good matchup, especially if you get a kill or 2 on the lane. I like that aspect of it, but like you said, this draft is going to have to bring some speed to the table. A lot of that also might come down to Boxy on this Tusk. Not a hero we've seen a lot this tournament, but a hero he's super comfortable on, and one that can pose a lot of problems to this PARIVISION draft with the snowball save, another BKB piercing disable, and the punch, maybe even the walrus kick way later on.
Bottom lane, Primal Beast versus Lich Gyrocopter. We're going to see some pulling shenanigans. So this time it's going to be Liquid with a double melee matchup in the off lane and trying to pull their way to an even matchup.
This laning setup's way stronger for PARIVISION this time around. I mean, Crystallis already has more CS at minute 1 than he did at minute 5 in that other game. So
True. He's
feeling a lot better about it. This Lich Gyro lane, double ranged heroes with a lot of early nukes versus double melee. You should win the regen trades. You should be in a really strong position. Boxy is going to pull. He's hunting for some couriers. Let's get the Lich courier. That's a nice little pickup. Tango's gone. Best you can hope for here. But I also think this off lane for PARIVISION is stronger than that Nyx Lycan one we saw. They prioritized the Nyx having a better lane phase here. The Enigma bails him out of a lot of the early situations. And as a hero, you can leave alone a lot more reliably. So I think both side lanes should go better in the first 3 to 4 minutes here for PARIVISION. It's a question of maybe Liquid getting some rune skirmishes going, snowballing through the Pangolier mid on the side of Nisha, as in theory he has a matchup he's comfortable with in this Pango versus the Invoker. Get that Rolling Thunder going through. There's not a lot to disable in this game outside of the Black Hole.
Insania doesn't want to let him get the hard camp at all. Takes a lot of damage in exchange for being able to get there. Mickey, he returns a lot to the Nyx Assassin, but it's the Eidolon army that they have to worry about. They do have some okay ways to be able to deal with the Eidolons in the laning phase, thanks to the power of a big stick for Mickey.
I still think the level 3 to 5 looks really strong for this Enigma on the lane.
Yeah.
Might be a lane you want to rotate into with this Pango at some point, particularly if you get that 6-minute power rune, which...
Or maybe the Tusk rotates it in
yeah.
after like one of those lane pulls that he does.
That's the other option is we do see Liquid do that kind of move a lot where they bring Boxy to the safe lane for just that one, or maybe, you know, get the kill, stay around that maneuver as well. You can leave Saberlight alone on this Primal Beast. It's a hero you can sacrifice a little bit in the early game and not mind too much. His spells are pretty strong on their own. And every time you can kill this Enigma in the lane phase, you feel great.
PARIVISION gets both the Lotuses. That's going to feel pretty nice.
Yeah, their side lanes doing a lot better than they were last time around. That said, Boxy did get this equilibrium reset bottom, and so Saberlight, in combination with that first blood, is chilling down here. He'll charge in, get pulled, still look for the kill.
Running down to Collis, he will get one more Frost Blast before he goes. Now Chrysalis, manning up on Boxy, hoping to get the return kill. With a Rocket Barrage, he just seems to do too much damage. Saberlight really can't do much to help him.
He's also one of the players who almost always takes his afterburner and puts it to good use.
Yeah.
People forget about this facet. You get run down on these lanes in the early game with these Rocket Barrage. You cannot escape. It's pretty nice in the early fighting as well. So Crystallis, a lot happier with his early game here. But honestly, Saberlight, he's still getting a lot up this lane. It's very close down here. And you always have this all-in kill potential you have to think about. Just onslaught him through, charge him down. Nish will get a little bit of his regen burned here. But the water rune did get denied, so no refill for the Pango on the bottle.
Yeah, exactly. 9 class, he rotated and took the water rune top. Also gets a courier.
Yeah, this Nyx is being annoying. And this time around, the Enigma is self-sufficient on the lane. So when you're getting these courier kills, hunting creeps in the jungle, getting that extra farm, DM's doing perfectly fine on his own. Will feed some Eidolons, but he's not dying in this lane. He's not getting forced off the lane.
No.
Better overall setup and situation. And I'm still surprised Liquid left this Nyx in. They did counter it a lot. The Tusk is a good matchup. The Pango's a good matchup. Tiny can be a fine matchup versus Hero. But I'm not sure it was the Hero matchups that was causing him problems. It was the map play.
It was the information, right?
Exactly. It was the lanes getting shoved in, being scared to push out super deep. The combination of the Nyx Assassin plus the Sunstrikes coming out later from the Invoker, which is a combo that once again exists in this game. And your lane shove is... I don't even know if it's that much better in this game. The Pango gives you a lot more, and this Primal can definitely push lanes in aggressively, but I think a lot of it comes down to you winning the first 10 or 15 minutes, so your cores can aggressively push the map into the side of PARIVISION and not be afraid of this Nyx.
That lane shove is particularly problematic because DM is continuing to rock the summons, right? Like that's a big factor in that last game was the Wolves both scouting and pushing down lanes. We saw the Shard picked up at some point in time, and so there was just this, as you call it, ghost shove that was always going out. So we'll see how Liquid manages to contend with that, particularly since the lanes are not being broken open by any means.
DM loves his micro heroes. At least Enigma is not necessarily giving you the crazy lane shove that Lycan was. So it's probably it's worse on the map than the Lycan is for the Nyx, but it's better in the lane. Yeah. So they prioritize the early game a little bit more at the sacrifice of some mid game. But of course, you do have pretty good black holes this game, and Midnight Pulse versus these strength cores. Gonna do some work. Rune battles, 6 minutes, shield top, so none of these cores will pick it up.
Decalis tried to deliver the finishing blow, but now Saberlight's going to come back into play. Nice gaze. That's going to be able to stop him from being able to run into Decalis. Decalis doesn't die quite as quickly. Saberlight's still going to be okay for now, but Nisha's the one who gets a bit low. Cold Snap to finish him off, and a final hit. Delivers the blow that ends his life.
These EMPs have been ruining Nisha on that mid lane. He just has no mana for this fight. Can't do anything. Couldn't even get the wand charges up to refill himself for a single round, so... Tough fight for him. Tough early game for this Pango, who finds himself at the bottom of the chart. Gonna have some distance to make up here, as no one He's a lot happier with this start. More XP off the lane, free time, early stat items, continuing to just burn the resources out of the Pango, and there's no pressure on no one to make moves to the side lanes this game since it went a bit better. Very stable early game for PARIVISION here compared to the first two. And they'll split the Wisdom Runes on top of it. Your window to gank this Enigma is closing quite fast. Drum is already up. He's almost level 6.
Ooh. Nice tornado timing there. Nisha gonna get heavily punished.
Man, he just can't escape the EMPs right now.
Nope.
And every time,
Doesn't get to get his shield crash, doesn't get to keep his mana.
and it also eliminates the counter rotations on the map.
Yep.
You can just keep farming these side lanes with these two cores. PARIVISION getting a lot right now. At least Mickey is making up a little bit of that with some extra Eidolon kills. He's finding a decent amount of extra net worth off clearing through the summons with the tree cleave. Happy about that one. And look what we're going to need it here. The other two cores a little bit behind. Looking for the 8-minute power rune.
It's gonna be Arcane Rune. Nisha really wants that one, does manage to get his hands on it.
And he'll get his mana burned again.
Of course. And he does have Magic Wand charge. He's gonna go for the kill. Now Rolling Thunder bumps him up to the high ground, tries to push him back down here, and it does manage to do so. No one, thanks to that, playing on the walls, will be able to kind of get away. Oh,
Carapace.
the shield crash landed into a spike Carapace. That'll be the death of Nisha. Meanwhile, Snowball up, throwing a black hole! DM! He's gonna bail out no one, perhaps, and help get a double kill as Mickey cannot deal the final bit of damage.
Liquid chose to skirmish into the Invoker, and that is a tall task as PARIVISION bring the backup. Everybody shows up to the party, and the big ults get the job done. That gyro damage helped a lot. In fact, Crystallis, he's the damage leader in that team fight. Cleaning up the backside with a nice Carapace stun on the Pangolier as he's chasing down Saberlight.
Onslaughting away, Boxy wants the return. A shard, tag team, a lot of damage, but it's mostly Chrysalis. Nice pulverize stop there. Snowball gonna be picked up. Here, both gonna be so low. Chrysalis is ready to go. Another rocket barrage coming up soon. Doesn't have the mana, so he's not able to finish him off just yet. Kited around though, long enough that Nisha now comes in, hits him with the shield crash. Still not enough. A rolling thunder that has to land. Chrysalis, can he dodge it? Gets hit once. A second time will be the end of him.
Nowhere to run, and a really important kill for Nisha. Needs to clean up as much as he can here. Vendetta in. They do not see 9 class.
9 class?
They do.
Oh, bolts right through him. Saberlight hits both supports in the back lines. No one's going to try and finish him off here while Nisha does manage to claim the life of 9 class, running down no one as well. Saberlight gets the grab. A pulverize. He does not stay alive, but he does help Nisha get the ultra.
Ultra kill for a Pangolier who is suffering. Why ever doubt this man on that mid lane as he just cleans house. Says, where's your mana burn now, my friend? You were the one who ran out of resources. And it was a sentry in the river that scouted that Nyx that allowed for a lot of the combo play from Liquid. The onslaught through, catching onto this Invoker on the backside, and these shield crashes just added so much extra survivability here. We're already
thought
seeing
9
the
class
power of the Snowball too. Just being able to dodge a lot of these spells that PARIVISION have to throw down in the middle of the fight.
Yeah. I thought 9 class was setting up to spike Carapace, the Primal Beast. I thought he was going to stop that entire play.
I think he just wanted more commitment from Liquid before he blew everything. Waited a little too long, and Nisha just gets way too many spells off.
Mickey in some trouble here. 2 supports are behind him, but Chrysalis and the full PARIVISION team is closing in. A TP in from Nisha, trying to help out their carry. A toss, that'll slow him down, and a snowball on, straight on to no one, who is in trouble now with a freezing field on one side and a rolling ball on the other one. The ball of Liquid and Nisha find yet another kill.
6 and 2 out of nowhere for this Pangolier, who makes every rotation count and gets a second punish on this Invoker who was having such a good game. No one is now the one who finds himself far behind. And an overextension. Tough fight for PARIVISION. They brought in the gyro through the gate too, but that Tiny is just not the target you want to start on. So much HP in this early game, almost 2,000.
Yeah.
Even if you bring him down, it's going to cost you too much in the process. Liquid get a good fight out of it. They're even going to get some good tier 1 tower damage. Creeps are hitting mid right now. Creeps are hitting bottom. This tier 1 probably just dead down here.
PARIVISION, gotta remember what gave them success in that game too. Pushing in the lanes to Liquid were not able to do their constant 5-manning that they love to fall back on.
Could get a good fight out of it. They're even going to get some good tier 1 tower damage. Creeps are hitting mid right now. Creeps are hitting bottom. This tier 1 probably just dead down here.
PARIVISION, gotta remember what gave them success in that game too. Pushing in the lanes to Liquid were not able to do their constant 5-manning that they love to fall back on.
12-minute power rune will also go Nisha's way. No, he skips it. Says, I don't need the invis. Not going to risk my life for it. Tier 1 tower goes down bottom. So Liquid are actually the first ones to open up the map a bit. Normally it's just Enigma with the early Eidolons and the drum being able to push in his lane, take that tier 1. But Mickey's just sat up here basically the whole game and defended it. And this tower's still high HP for Liquid. Keeping these tier 1s alive is really nice versus this Nyx. Limits your early Vendetta capabilities. Forces you to maybe just dive under towers or go through easier sentry placements. And Liquid, they're going to get aggressive. Early smoke. Echo Saber done on Nisha. Level 10. He has all his spells at max level, looking for anything right now.
DM on the high ground. Gets away from the swashbuckle, but the snowball pursuing. Nisha wants to go for the Rolling Thunder here, but they're going straight into a black hole, which means that Nisha has to wait it out. He is going to be able to come through and hit him DM a couple times here, but if he doesn't manage to get this kill, those supports' lives were thrown away for nothing. And maybe even Nisha is as well. A toss of the Primal Beast right into the middle of the action. But Chrysalis is joining here as well, and he's already slowed down Chrysalis. He's going to go for the kill and got it on Saberlight. Mickey slowed down to a crawl by no one as well. PARIVISION return in kind, the 5-man play that Liquid wants to do.
Baited him in, forced the overextension, and that is not a fight Mickey wants to join. This Tiny is just not that capable of getting in there before Blink Dagger and having that large of an impact. And the spells, you have to respect the spell power coming out from this PARIVISION lineup, particularly that black hole. They just went straight into it there, and it did some work. DM not even going down at the end of all of that. A lot of gold into this Gyrocopter's pocket as Crystallis now 5-1 himself, able to clean up some big team fights and halt that Pangalier's momentum. Got to continue to get these lanes in, not be afraid of the Nyx on the map as, guess what, 9 class, he's already level 9. He's been farming a lot of jungle, he's picked up some extra XP from those fights, and this is where this hero gets scary. You get the extra levels up in the Mind Flayer, you start to close in on that Dag, and you feed him 1 or 2 core kills right now. And he's going to start to cause you a lot of problems yet again. Another Vendetta goes out as he will scuttle across the map. Pretty much looking for anything except that Tiny. Did get an amp damage on the Pangolier though. Nisha picks that up in the river. So that's another power rune that Liquid can fight around or rally behind. They want to get the full-on team fight going. They're still trying to recover this Primal Beast game. Saberlight has just not found much here. Going for the early Blade Mail over BKB Rush, which...
Do you like that idea?
It's nice versus the Gyro and the Invoker. You can reflect some of the damage. It's a lot worse versus the Nyx Assassin and something like the Malefice or the Lich Pull.
Yeah, that's my concern. He hasn't been able to get long pulverizes in the first place.
He's not going to get them now.
Yeah, that pulverize... I feel like it's a necessity for Liquid in a lot of these situations. Being able to burst out of heroes. Nice Vendetta into the stun. That will kill the Primal Beast despite Boxy's efforts with the snowball. Instead, Boxy might just be a victim as well. What?
Nisha from behind.
It doesn't actually land, and Nisha now coming in from behind with an amp damage. No one in some trouble. He may be tanky, but there's too many heroes here from Liquid. The freezing field on the edges. They'll commit to just the kill on the Invoker for now. DM.
He lingered here way too long. No black hole.
They need this Chain Frost to do some serious work. It bounces over to Boxy, but now no more bounces. DM, a little bit more damage, and a tree toss will finish him off. Turn around, Avalanche got to calls as well, and they'll clean up some Eidolons with the extra effort.
I just do not think that was a fight you wanted to stay around in if you're PARIVISION. Into the amp damage Pangolier. Sure, you took the Primal Beast out at the start, but you exposed a lot of your backline, and Nisha just goes to work. And you just didn't have the black hole. If you have black hole to back you up there, you can just throw it down. Clean up all of those heroes still lingering from Liquid, but you're a little off that cooldown. 10 seconds was all DM needed. Felt like an eternity there. as Liquid get a maneuver to work for themselves. Mika gets to join a fight, get the extra gold, and now his blink is done. So this Tiny's mobility is online. He's a way bigger threat with the jump in. Can start to threaten things like the Enigma or the supports. And Liquid are going to try and pick up the pace with it. This is the part of the game where they can start to take the map over. They have the blink on the Pango, the blink on the Tiny, closing in on the blink on the Tusk as well. And they got that blade mail on the Primal Beast. So all the early fighting items are there. They just need to find some heroes.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke from Liquid and the push into the top lane. Not going to find anything just yet. They do get some good vision down, but PARIVISION, it seems like they may have had a pretty decent read of the situation.
Radiant's top tower.
Just grouped and playing defensive. Lay out a
Class
poke.
just having a poke.
They want this gyro BKB. They're very close to it. They just do not want to enter a fight before Crystallis has that debuff immunity. He's going to TP top, clear through those waves to get it. So just dodging on the map right now for PARIVISION.
That'll make a world of difference. If you can't deal with the gyrocopter, particularly since you do not have a guaranteed pulverize to grab him during his BKB timing.
Exactly.
And you've got the superiority team fight in the black hole. This could be a very vicious combination the Liquid are trying to be aggressive into.
And that pipe just arrives for the Enigma. So big team fight items for PARIVISION. Whereas Liquid, they have all these blink daggers and they need to find a way to use them. The initiation counts for everything with this kind of lineup. Look for the toss back, look for the punch into the shards, blocking a hero off. You can start on that Nyx assassin. You will take that every time because then you can just roll in with the Pango and seal his fate. But you have to be able to see heroes and find them to do all that, and Crystallis will get to his BKB untouched here. Smoke from PARIVISION around this mid lane, trying to push it in.
They see Mickey. Do you really want to go for that? They tried this situation before.
Not a good target.
2,800 HP is too much for them to fight through. So, there is no opportunity here to be found. PARIVISION will find greener fields.
Shabbat.
That's going to be bottom lane Nisha, unless he blinks away in time. Nightclass tags him with the damage instead. Boxy picks him up inside the snowball, but they're now stuck in the black hole. And Saberlight can do nothing but watch as his teammates get demolished.
These snowball saves are a double-edged sword, particularly in the early game. There's a lot of AoE stun potential in this PARIVISION lineup, and they're taking advantage of it.
Three members Liquid. Backing away, PARIVISION aggressively pushing forward, and they've got the vision to be able to get a grab here. Centers the gaze, that's going to start things out. Toss away, Saberlight in trouble. He just cannot get out of here. PARIVISION just fight-man diving past the tower.
Strength of the ores on the Enigma right now. Drum pipe backing all this up. The BKB confidence from Crystallis. There's just not the five-man team fight from Liquid right now, and they're struggling to find the openings. It's another situation where you don't have BKB on that Primal.
Yeah.
We've talked about it a lot, but you can't turn any of these fights with the Blade Mail. PARIVISION are just going to fight through it. They have enough HP to sustain the Blade Mail reflection, and you're not really getting anything done in the meantime.
Yeah. It just feels like Liquid did not get enough done in the first 15 minutes, and now we're reaching to the point where PARIVISION knows that their five-man is much better.
They're taking advantage of it. They would love this mid-tier 1. Best objective still on the map for Liquid. The tower they would like to keep up and like to fight around, keep getting these power runes for Nisha. They'll get denied here.
They just keep on stopping power runes. The Eidolons, they keep on being positioned to deny. Dukalis here denies a shield rune. I mean, they are really stopping Liquid, despite, you know, the fact that Liquid has this mid tower, so they should have better control of the power runes. They just keep on denying it away from them.
They understand how to play with this Nyx really well. It's another lineup where you have Eidolons plus Forge Spirits getting you information on the map, and then Nyx providing you the setup and the kill threat. Once more, Liquid struggling to deal with the lane pressure and find openings. This will be a free Tormentor. Again, the Shard going to the Nyx. Break mechanic, not that great this game.
Liquid, they're waiting to see if PARIVISION will push into their vision right now. They've got two different deep wards here, but PARIVISION, again, great reading the situation, abandoning this top part of
give him the ult chat
no
too.
one knows. He's like, I know what you guys are up to, man. Not gonna catch me slipping.
They're just reading this game better. And look, Eidolon denying the Wisdom Rune.
Another one. DM is just so good on the micro right now. Boxy trying to catch Nightclass. The Scuttle might be able to get him out of here. Nope. That is too much damage from the tiny toss. He did his best, but that crash landing is just too strong. Spots DM. This is pretty deep, though. This is very far away from the rest of the team.
No black hole available, though.
He is chain standing him up, and it's going to be pretty low after this. Swashbuckle Deathspan to finish him off. And a toss, that'll blow up the calls as well. Chain Frost is bouncing around. Both Saberlight and Mika are going to be low off this. Pulverize gets grab onto the Gyrocopter during his BKB. Crystallis commits and gets a kill on one, but his BKB, it's going to be waited out. And now he's surrounded by too many heroes. Liquid. They still found the opening. It wasn't on the top part of the map, but they swiftly moved to the other side and get the win.
It was almost a move out of frustration. Like, let's just make something happen. Let's dive. Let's abuse the fact this black hole's on cooldown, and it pays off big time. A big risk, but a big reward, and they're just going to eye Roshan straight into the pit. This is a massive swing for Liquid in this game. Taking advantage of the cooldown. Invoker stuck in base for all of this fight. Can't get here, no TP available.
What an absolute disgusting shards from Boxy.
That was as much as you can ask for right here. Just wear out that BKB timer and dice him up at the end. You're just getting outnumbered in that entire exchange. And remember, all of it started with you taking down the Nyx Assassin around that mid lane.
Nightclass coming in from behind. He spots two. They're grouped up a little bit. Is he ready to jump? Is his team ready for the jump? They managed to get the stun. A toss away attempted. And a roll up. A rolling thunder. Nisha is getting out.
What a sick toss. Tosses him out of the Sunstrike. As Nightclass almost finds a huge pickoff.
PARIVISION, they do manage to dissuade Liquid of the notion of fighting for Roshan, though. And that is still a big win.
They might fight this on the side of Liquid.
I mean, they've got two members on the other side of the map.
I was thinking maybe Nisha was going to go through the gate, but that's a little spooky in its own right. And you have to know the black hole's back off cooldown here, so that fight looks tough. I think that Roshan was just tough in general. Like, you don't have the physical right click to take it down that fast, and you're up against a lot of AoE. To me, that was not Liquid's Roshan to take.
The team fight is just not possible to win, I think, without Rolling Thunder. Right? That has been instrumental.
No way. You're fighting without that spell in this game.
So as soon as it's used, yeah, it saves Nisha's life, but the damage is already done.
We'll get you to your BKB on the Primal Beast. It's a big missing component in this game. This will let you man up on that Gyrocopter a lot more. It's going to force you to be a bit more selective with the black holes. Try and catch a couple of these big core targets. Get that Midnight Pulse to chunk them down. Another fight for the Power Runes. Another annoying play from Nightclass.
They do manage to finally get Nisha a Power Rune. It felt like it was just never going to happen for the longest time.
BKB's arriving for Liquid. You have your BKB on the Tiny, BKB on the Primal, and Nisha pushing towards the Zags. That window is going to be quite strong for them in the head-on 5-on-5. I don't think you really have the damage to punch through these BKBs yet. It'll come later on with Invoker, extra right clicks, plus Gyrocopter and Alacrity.
This'll come in handy.
But right now, it's just not there. You're really relying on the Black Hole and the Midnight Pulse from DM to get the job done when it comes to damage. I'm not surprised to see PARIVISION dodging on the map a little bit right now. Maybe just trying to claim some of the free objectives left that Liquid do not want to defend, like this Tier 1 top. Send the Eidolons in, get the dirty work done, continue to group up. And it's Liquid who are going to make the smoke move out of this stalemate. Run it down mid.
The smoke play from Liquid. Will it find an opening? Nightclass, they spot him. Vendetta trying to get out of the avalanche, and he's away to the other side of the cliff. He is out. Liquid still trying to make this move work, though. They're reaching. They're pushing. Are they going to find a hero here? No one slipping away. Ooh.
Got dusted.
He got dusted, but he was outside of the vision. It's nighttime after all.
I mean, Boxy's completely alone anyway. Who's finding who here? Nobody's finding anybody. They did get wards out off that play. That's important to note. 2 Dire Obs in this Radiant Triangle right now. One's going to get killed by Ducalis, but maybe for his life as Nisha
trying to stop the D ward and failing that, trying to get a kill. Oh, tossed together. That's pretty massive. He's got the Aegis, though, so Liquid are just going to take this 1 kill and try and retreat. It's not to be for Mickey, though. He gets hit. Malphus, stun, now a black hole. In the middle, he got his BKB up. They're going to try and grab the Gyrocopter, pick him outside the snowball. It is all not enough. Crystallis maybe he can. Chain Frost, it finishes him off. It bounced over to Saberlight as well. Crystallis stays alive and he kills 2.
Ducalis coming up big with the buyback. Chain Frost giving them the damage they needed, and they're going to run down Insania.
That
a little
was
extra
a
on top.
sick buyback. It was so needed.
Absolutely. Oh, Boxy actually gets the Nyx here.
Was that worth giving your life for?
I mean, that Nyx is annoying.
I guess so.
Moral and mental victory, but
Wait,
more
what?
gold.
Crystallis, what are you doing here, buddy? What were you doing here?
He
Oh,
was so
no.
low HP. A freebie thrown Nisha's way, and he will collect. He's got TP straight in the mid here, too. Rolling Thunder in 10. Push this lane out, defend this tower. That sequence did not end well for PARIVISION at all.
Roll up to dodge a bit of that EMP burn.
This Pango
Nisha still fishing. Saberlight is pretty far away, though. Not
just
close enough for an
dominating.
onslaught.
Just dominating the map, though.
Yeah.
They do not have the capability to repel him right now.
Indiana Jones running from the boulder. Ducalis trying to get out of here, will be out of vision of the 2 cores nearby.
Gotta remember, that's a buyback glitch. He dies. He's out for a long time.
That's true.
They need his presence in the fights. And the fact that this tier 1 mid is still alive in this game as Force Spirits continue to onslaught it, it's really causing PARIVISION a lot of problems. Should eventually go down here, but man, it has taken a long time. See if Liquid go through the gate. They're eyeing up these heroes top. See the Lich, see Eidolons.
Ooh, an amp damage. That's a nice little pickup.
Nisha does not mind that. They gave him the gem as well. So this Pango is in full force right now on the map. You cannot surprise him. Can't get the vision advantage on him. And he is dealing a lot of damage.
20-20. A dead even game on our hands in a dead even series. The 3rd game of this best of 5. And it feels like the game is going to break open one way or the other in this next fight. Question is, when is that fight going to happen? Where is it going to happen? Roshan still not for another 2.5 minutes. Liquid, it seems like they really want to force a fight before then.
Is he really trying to set up
Constant
bottom on no
aggression,
one?
but more information. Rock,
He got
it
him.
lands, and an onslaught, now a pulverized grab. All this just trying to delay no one, but the rest of the team, they're going for a different kill. They're going for a kill on TM, and they certainly got him.
It's all a distraction. They get the bigger prize. Enigma off the map for 45. PARIVISION looking at their Invoker.
Oh, what is this mass TP? Do they know he's up here? Got a grab on him. Sunstrike coming in. No one with the BKB on cooldown. They want to get this commitment onto Saberlight, slowing down with the Chain Frost, and the Meteor lands. Well played.
A good read. BKB cooldown. Commit in. Not a part of the map Liquid are likely to have other heroes or defend at. Like you said, they were all going top, I think, trying to predict the lanes getting pushed out. No one had other plans.
Yeah.
This Invoker is starting to get pesky on the map. It has not been the Nyx Assassin that's really caused Liquid's issue this game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And a Courier Snipe for 9 class. Nisha will try and avenge it, but I think he's out.
Away he goes. Blink back. TP away.
Space created.
And another level on the Dagon.
And finally, that tier 1 mid drops.
Seriously. And that opens up the map quite a bit for the Nyx Assassin. When he's
Helps a
playing
lot.
aggressively, he can move through that deep on that middle lane, perhaps.
And now it's PARIVISION buying the gem. They're getting tired of this vision advantage Liquid have had from the earlier smokes to this side of the map. You're still looking at a lot of dire wards in these Radiant jungle areas, just scouting so much.
A lot of aggressive vision, and one of them spots to call him.
It's a death back. 72nd on the cooldown timer for this Lich, so that's a large window to play with.
It is. Liquid. You want to see if that is the first domino to fall that will lead them to a Roshan pickup. PARIVISION grouping up, making sure that they don't give away any more free kills. They'll take Tormentor.
They will eventually get this BKB on Enigma though, and that does change a lot of this game. no real counter to it outside of the basher on the Pango later on.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Primal Beast like blinking and pulverizing him, but it's pretty
so
difficult.
Hard. It's so hard.
And even then, oh, Nick's assassin spotted and killed. Woo! He is gone so quickly.
That is the power of these counter picks. A lot more instant stun, a lot more carapace dodging interaction.
Yeah.
And this Tusk can always catch you and just lock you down. Very tough matchup for 9 class this game. And we're seeing that the impact from this Nyx has absolutely been muted.
Radiant are scanning.
Still line up this Radiant Roche, trying to control the area, wait for the respawn.
It's a fast Roshan too. They don't know it, but it just spawned behind them. Their team isn't terribly good at taking it. So
It's a bit slow, but they want to take it away from PARIVISION here.
Yeah.
It's the bigger aspect to it, as no one finishes his Parasma in line with the AC being done on Nisha. So both these mid laners getting their big mid-game damage power spike here. But it still feels like Pango's king of the hill. I feel like unless you catch Pangolier and the Tiny in Midnight Pulse / Black Hole, you still don't have the direct damage for them. It's just not there on this Gyrocopter yet. The Invoker's getting close. Should not underestimate how hard no one can hit with Alacrity on himself, plus the Parasma, Enchanted Quiver, Hurricane Pike. Some serious right-click damage starting to add up. That also assumes you're not the one getting jumped and pulverized and stunned and avalanched into oblivion.
Under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Eidolons and Forge Spirits pushing in top.
Dire's
Constant map pressure the Liquid have to respond to.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
As Saberlight will body check the Roshan. They missed it earlier. No, it's up now. Going for an aggressive play right outside PARIVISION's base. The Nyx assassin is the one getting hunted this game.
Just constant jump scares for this man. It's every single time he shows somewhere, it's a blink and 100-0 pickoff.
And that's just Roche, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
30 seconds on the Nyx. That's enough to do it here. As Satanic arrives for the Gyrocopter, but a little too late. PARIVISION did not get to make a controlled move with that item arrival. And honestly, this Roche is not that slow. You have Tag Team, you have Drum. Look at Sunstrike, but you're just seeing it go down.
Tag Team certainly makes it a lot faster, and Mickey is not hitting that slow. He's got Conda. He's going to be working towards an S and Y next.
Also that AC aura. Honestly, pretty nice for this hero.
Yeah, it is.
See if Liquid can get some of these lanes in, look for aggressive jumps of their own. It's been a while since we've seen PARIVISION go for any sort of pickoff play. Just haven't been able to find heroes on the map.
Yeah, we have yet to see that game-defining mid-game team fight. Pickoffs here and there, or objectives being taken.
A lot of heroes swarming top, no one in the middle of everything.
Oh, he is being sandwiched right now, but Liquid doesn't know it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Are scanning.
They will not find the Nyx or the Invoker. No one. He's going to cut the waves.
Dire's courier.
Another courier down.
Good read. They force-staffed him,
what a
but he
shard.
had the shard. Chrysalis is going to have to use the BKB. He's holding, TPing, trying to get out of there in time. But the pulverized grab just in time. He's trying to get through the gate. They can't follow him through. They throw out what they can. Nisha with the Rolling Thunder is still able to finish him off, and a toss in from Mickey. Now they're trapped inside. Or is PARIVISION? No, the black hole! Gets them on 4 inside of the base. Is this going to be enough for PARIVISION to turn it around? It is not. What the hell? How are Liquid still able to fight through all of this?
Saberlight's still lingering around, wants to help Nisha on the second life.
I mean, DM is low. I feel like Nisha, he might just go for that kill.
Saberlight back in.
Oh boy, this Nyx assassin, he's in trouble. Spike Carapace, that goes off, but the shield crash, it delivers the killing blow, picks up the gem, blinks out, Saberlight TPs, and they get away. What in Sam Hill? How can you get a 4-man black hole inside your base and you don't win the fight? What?
The exact question I think PARIVISION are asking themselves right now. And a lot of it comes down to that shard from Boxy. What set all that sequence up? You did so much damage to Crystallis This gyro just goes down when you need him most, when those flat cannon hits would have brought people down under the control. Just a beautiful setup from Liquid, and the confidence to go in here, tossing Boxy in. You're gonna be on that side of the gate, brother, whether you like it or not. It's Black Hole as good as you can get. Maybe if you catch Nisha there, it's a very different fight, but you can't ask for everything. And Saberlight is in and out of this fight so many times, plays it on the edge.
Just fantastic play by him and Nisha in and out of that fight towards the bitter end. Well, maybe not so bitter. Liquid, they took some losses on that fight for sure. They still lost Mickey. They didn't get a massive net worth lead out of it or anything.
And it did
but
cost
Black
them that
Hole's on
Aegis.
cooldown.
So you do have that Black Hole cooldown to work with. You don't have the Aegis to power through it anymore. But you do pick up the Basher on Nisha, which gives you another tool to deal with that Black Hole when it's up. It gives you a lot more damage and lockdown. And this Pango is just... He is beastly, man. He is absolutely beastly right now. He's got a shield rune up his bottle as well. And Liquid once more on the hunt under PARIVISION's vision, but they're the ones making the jump.
Trying to get the grab onto the Evoker, does manage to get him. The Chain Frost's gonna be bouncing around. Here comes Nisha into the back line, knocking up a bunch of heroes. It looks like the Lich is gonna be in trouble, as is the Nyx Assassin. A rock to the face, slammed in and finished them off. So does the Invoker. He dies. Meanwhile, Nisha's inside of the damn base again.
They can't do anything about it. He's way too tanky. No Black Hole for 20 seconds here. Mickey back in.
And they spotted DM. Mickey goes in for the hunt and finishes him off. No, it's Saberlight who gets the kill instead. A sinister gaze. Nisha gets grabbed, but he wants the kill. Swashbuckle goes up back to the high ground. No one delivering damage. It's the Tornado EMP Sunstrike on the final hit. He lands from the low ground. Perfect shot from no one.
He will get his revenge, but it cost him a buyback. It cost PARIVISION 3 buybacks. Crystals will clean up Insania, but these are all a consolation prize. That's an expensive team fight victory. Still, bringing down that Nisha Pangolier has got to feel good. He was just wreaking havoc in this game. It was a monster 8x streak. That's 2,000 gold. A good chunk of it going to the Invoker. Somebody had to stop him.
And they finally do. But it's at the back of so many lives. Lives that they cannot afford to blow away again. Next, Roshan. Nyx Assassin picked off.
That damage.
You said at the start of the game that Nyx Assassin was Liquid crazy for giving it to him, but they had the answer, and one of those answers is Mickey, who needs some help. A BKB, a toss together. He doesn't give a damn about this 3-man. He's gonna BKB, walk it off. Boxy snowballs into the back, trying to make a run for it. He saved his carry, but he will die for it.
And DM has BKB up. He has Black Hole up. No Blink Dagger on this Enigma, but you have to be a lot more wary about what he can provide in the team fight right now. And you have to respect the single target burst damage, especially when the Invoker's there. Does have BKB.
He does. Probably doesn't want to use it, though. Will manage to get away. Blink Dagger.
Yeah, there's the Blink.
Ooh.
So this Black Hole is the real threat. It was always meant to be now. And you're in a situation where if you can land the Black Hole on a lot of heroes, as we've seen, while the Gyro's still alive, that will be the teamfight victory you're looking for. Yeah. It's up to Liquid to cause enough confusion, chaos, disruption at the start, so you can never set that play up. And so far, they've been accomplishing that damn well. As a Butterfly will arrive for Crystals, trying to amp up the damage here on this Gyro. Knows he needs as much as he can get.
Level 25s are right around the corner as well for the Gyrocopter, the
Mickey's
Tiny,
first.
And the Pango.
Toss charges online right now for Mickey. Even more single target burst damage.
That is so scary. It could be a chain stun situation. One of these heroes may not be able to get off their BKB.
Yeah, this Butterfly does not help you against getting tossed 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Smoke from PARIVISION. They do not want to get jumped in this game if they can avoid it. It's the biggest key to success in the team fight for them.
Radiant are scanning.
Don't have a lot of vision to work with here.
The cost is level 20. He's got Chain Frost on death now.
He's Chain Frost hurt.
This'll come in handy.
They absolutely hurt. They don't have an obs for this fight, so it's just going to have to be no one running in first with the Ghost Walk. Old school, give the vision. They're getting a nice backstab here on Liquid.
They're gonna run into Insania first here. Drops the sentry, gets some vision. Glimmer Cave trying to
Nisha's
get away.
already rolled.
Jakals goes in with the dust. Meanwhile, Nisha's rolling into these heroes. They will manage to kill the Lich, but there goes the Chain Frost. They have to activate the BKB. The Black Hole goes out. It's only gonna grab the Primal Beast while Mickey chases after the next assassin. They finish him up. Now he turns back in. The battle of the carries. Mickey versus Chrysalis. Mickey, he doesn't want the fight against Chrysalis. He's trying to make a run for it for now
Saberlight's
during
back.
the BKBs. Oh, he's stunned up. Frostbite,
Sunstrike,
Avalanche,
missile.
Sunstrike, oh, Mickey, they need a little bit
Snowball
more.
save.
He snowball, he dodges some of the flat cannon shots, and they're gonna run in, blink over to the side. Mickey gets a toss up, but it's not good enough.
Saberlight at risk of a dieback here. He needs to escape Blink Dagger and one the
Blink,
missile.
1, 2, whoa! He gets a little distance. Is that gonna be enough?
Stopping for Lotus is Boxy, you madman, as DM throws a tip out. That black hole was... It was on the edge of being good enough. You wanted the Pangolier in that. You only got the Primal Beast, but somehow PARIVISION are able to power through it. They get the big tiny kill, they keep the Gyrocopter alive, and they get that Saberlight buyback. Teamfight victory for them. Showcasing the power of this BKB black hole. Even if you don't catch everybody, it's still a tool that Liquid can't really engage into if you don't get the lucky bash off of one of the Pangolier procs. Nisha almost going down there.
Man,
was out of mana though.
DM, like, I almost got you. A little bit closer, a little bit more mana.
The fact they almost got Mickey in a position where he could get another volley off was absurd though.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. Boxy pulled out some crazy plays on that one.
Still, a lot of items being injected into the economy here for PARIVISION as they get a Hex on the Invoker. That's a huge initiation tool. It means you can hold this black hole a little bit longer.
And PARIVISION got a big win. Fast Roshan spawn.
Fast Roche, gem away from Liquid as well. Currently sitting on 9 class. As Boxy just smoking down here. Is he going to go for a hero play here?
Boxy, are you insane?
Shards are early.
Shard
they know
goes
he's
out.
here.
They know he's around here. He can't stick around. He will be caught. No chance of the steal. Wait.
Buyback.
Nisha, he's going to roll in after this one. Immediate buyback from Boxy. And a bash onto Chrysalis. Nisha, his Rolling Thunder is going to be on cooldown soon. He does have a refresher. Got to keep an eye on that one. 2 heroes dead on the side of PARIVISION. Refresh and go again.
Boxy and Mickey are in super deep
They
here.
need the help of Nisha right now. A toss, double toss on the DM. 3 cores. Here comes Nisha. Rolling through the middle of them. A grab. That's going to be on the Invoker. Chrysalis getting out the flat cannon
PARIVISION
shots, but he
crumbling.
killed every other hero on PARIVISION. All that's left is Chrysalis. All that's left is a Satanic. All that's left is not enough.
No buybacks available for PARIVISION to commit into that fight. As the gate play, the aggressive maneuver from Boxy and Mickey finds PARIVISION when they were not ready for the exchange. Black Hole was on cooldown for another 10 seconds in that fight, and it meant everything to Liquid. That is why they committed aggressively there. That is why they were willing to risk it all, and they will get Roshan as their reward. Aegis onto Mickey. Refresher Shard currently in the backpack for Saberlight.
The tactical mind on Boxy to make that play of just like, guys, we stall them on the Roche. We take this fight now while the black hole is on cooldown. I have a buyback. We can do this.
Such a good read.
That's a crazy call to make in a grand final stage like this, but you gotta be able to do it if you want to be the victors at the end of this tournament, and Liquid have bought themselves a huge opening.
11k gold lead now. Refresher was done on Nisha for that fight. That's why he had a second Rolling Thunder. He will pick up a full Abyssal now. This Pangolier reaching critical mass. He will drop the banner mid.
Middle tower is under attack.
Force the action onto PARIVISION. Gotta remember, no buyback on that Invoker for 40 seconds.
PARIVISION, they have a decision to make here. Are they going to give up 2 lanes of barracks?
I think you have to. I don't think you can buy this Gyro while your Invoker's still dead.
Radiant's bottom tower.
You might gamble with this Black Hole Gyro buyback.
Yeah, I was going to
That
say
is
you
a
could go
big
for that,
gamble.
but Liquid isn't giving you any options. It would have to be a 3 or 4 man black hole. It's the only option.
They're just gonna try and catch when the Gyro respawns. But without no one, you're missing a lot of damage. This could go wrong very easily.
Chain Frost going out early. Mickey wants that kill.
10 seconds for the Invoker. They're
Whether-
stalling this out.
Trying to get away. Force Staff helps him get out of the AoE. Liquid backing up a little bit. Mickey finished off the building. Now walking away. PARIVISION begging him, please don't go. And Mickey, he thinks about it. Stunned up a little bit. Chain stunned a bit.
Nisha on the side, he's thinking about going in.
And he does. Saberlight, he goes in first, hits the ledge where he can.
Found the
Mickey, he's
Enigma.
not just yet. They do manage to find the Enigma. He's already used the BKB. Nisha, he wants to be able to follow this play up from Saberlight. Saberlight is going to go down though. And the Chain Frost, DM's not dead just yet. Nisha's trying to finish him off, but there goes the Frost Shield. He is still alive, and now the black hole commences. Nisha is caught, Nisha is dead, and Boxy is next up.
Liquid bailing on the team fight in PARIVISION's base.
A missile that's going to be able to track him down no matter wherever he goes.
He's regenerating up with the Tranquil Boots.
Sunstrike.
Enough HP.
9 class.
He wants him, but he
Nope.
will not get him. Boxy survives.
And he
Liquid,
takes an arcane rune with him.
are they happy with what they got there? 2 buybacks, the 2 supports out of PARIVISION, but none of those big core ones. You didn't even bring down DM there, as he's able to survive a lot of the roll from Nisha and turn the black hole against him. Do get 2 lanes of racks, though. That's worth a lot in a game like this. Refresher Shard still available for Saberlight as well, so you did not commit that resource. And Mikke is starting to get to that 6-slot territory on this Tiny. Man, Crystallis is struggling to match this battle, carry versus carry. It just doesn't feel like he's outputting the same damage or the same burst that Mikke is able to do in these fights. He's also just not tanking as much. The amount of attention that this Tiny is bringing from the PARIVISION lineup, it's insane. Just so much HP to get through. He has 5,000 HP with a butterfly, all the extra armor.
And this is going to be a nasty pickup. Boxy getting an Aghanim Scepter. The pickup potential
It's arrived.
combined with the chain stunning, or even just kicking the gyro out of the team fight.
I mean, you kick anybody into your team here, you are super happy with that setup. There's almost no real chase potential in this PARIVISION lineup, right? No saves to bail you out. Not a lineup that wants to chase a hero super deep into Liquid's part of the fight.
Well, you said Crystallis was struggling. He agrees. He says, I need an X Factor. And that is just the raw damage of a Divine Rapier.
I think this is absolutely the correct choice. You need DPS here. You need it bad. You are not likely to win these long, drawn-out late-game team fights, maybe into Liquid buybacks. You have to cut this Tiny down to size. You need to bring the Rock down somehow. This is your best option to do that, combined with the Daedalus, combined with the Ag Scepter procs. Throw Alacrity on this Gyro, and suddenly he's a different beast than he was before.
The bottom lane is pushed down a little bit. The mid lane is pushing in. PARIVISION will smoke up after it.
They still have these summons to help them on the map.
They're hoping Liquid will give them some sort of freebie in the mid lane as it pushes in. Failing that, though, where does PARIVISION go with this smoke?
Have to see something. Can't really just go in blind. You also just don't want to show this Divine Rapier. Do not want to give that kind of information to Liquid. They would probably focus this Gyro down a lot more if they knew that, whereas a lot of their attention has been on the Enigma, trying to take the black hole out of the fight.
Radiant are scanning.
Teams dodge each other on the map. Liquid will retake the bottom half as PARIVISION go top, and it's a smoke from Liquid now. Looking at this wave going in bottom that they know someone's going to have to react to here.
They're going to push into it. They get the scan on the high ground.
They would love to see a hero and just be able to kick him out of the base right now.
I mean, someone's got to show up.
Oh.
Boxy gets the vision.
Aggressive
Oh, the
sentry.
smoke breaks. No one. He knows something has happened. Saberlight's going to run to the rest of the heroes. Gets Spike Carapace on the flank, and now he's chain stunned down. 9 class with the quickest reaction.
He draws first and draws a big kill out of that Liquid squad. They're just going to back up here, try and reset, go to their vision. 9 class continuing.
Still chasing Nisha. The rest of the team is trying to connect to this.
Got to remember, they don't have that gem
The
anymore.
Invoker is almost here. Nisha, he's so damn slow. But they won't go up to the high ground. They're not going to go for it.
Good read by Liquid, just getting the hell out of there. That fight did not go their way, particularly with Boxy blinking in. You missed that initial go with that sentry plant. You have to play around the strength of this Tusk right now.
I can't believe he has a regular blink. Saberlight's fine. The fact that he has an overwhelming blink,
Yeah, he got
he
himself.
blinks instantly, stuns himself on Spike Carapace.
Too rich for
Just
his own
absurd.
good. Still remember that Primal still has the shard. So this is double BKB, double pulverized Primal Beast.
Yep.
Huge threat if he can get in there and start the fight for his side, as Liquid are the ones now stuck in base. PARIVISION will regain a lot of map control here.
I mean, you saw it. He had the idea. He was blinking straight to the gyrocopter, and he was
100%.
going to grab him, slam him, refresh, grab him again, and then by the end of that, surely the rest of the team is able to follow through.
That said, it was also the Divine reel in that fight.
Yep.
And that Divine did some serious damage to the Primal Beast in an isolated situation like that.
Yeah,
You have to
Liquid
respect the damage here.
may change some of their read for the next team fight. PARIVISION, it was a big risk. They invested it into this Divine Rapier. And if they could get Roshan as well, they will be at a pretty damn good position. And that Roshan,
I mean, I'm looking at the buyback situation right now. It's 5 buybacks available for Liquid, whereas PARIVISION are still missing 3. The Gyro's very close on gold, but of course, if he dies with Divine, it doesn't really matter.
yeah, Liquid,
Massive life advantage.
they won't have the TP advantage though. That's to the favor of PARIVISION, so Smoke's gonna break here.
He's on a ward.
Boxy managed to get the blink away. 9 Class couldn't get it. Oh, but he gets the spike carry based on Mickey. Tries to toss back the Nyx assassin into the rest of the team. Meanwhile, Sight the Vice catches Saberlight, but this time he gets off the BKB. This time he'll get away. Nisha rolling around, hitting some heroes, but the Rolling Thunder is now expired. A jump in, an immediate grab. Oh, what a sinister gaze from Ducalis, stopping Boxy. But Mickey might still go in with the buyback being used. The extra
What's the
lives.
Divine?
Liquid tossed up in the air.
Not enough.
1, 2, not enough. Mickey now on the run.
Buybacks coming in from Liquid. They're trying to return to this fight.
The
It just takes
missile?
so long.
PARIVISION, they smoke up. They
Well, they
got the
saw
better of
Nisha.
Liquid in this engagement, and they see Nisha.
They saw him on the ward on the Dire Triangle. It's not a ward you expect to be there.
If they can stop his blink, they hit him with the Malefice. Now the sinister gaze. Here comes a rock, but it's
He's
not
gone.
enough. A dieback on Nisha.
What a ward and what a read as it expires. That ward just timed out. An incredible sequence for PARIVISION.
It did its job, and now PARIVISION, they've got the numbers advantage. They're
Gotta
going to
get this
deal with the
midway.
lanes. They have Roshan coming up. They might have just bought themselves an extra life on the
Oh,
gyrocopter.
boy. Refresher done for the Enigma. Oh. Not only that, he's going to be able to hold on to buyback gold here too. The rewards of winning that fight every time. Nisha's been on top of DM in this game, but it's not enough damage on his own.
Are they going to go throne Avery?
There's no pango.
They're pinging for the base. They know.
There's an opportunity here.
They've
There
got a
absolutely
full
is a
minute.
window.
A full minute where it's a 4 versus 5.
I mean, if you're going to go, though, you just refresh the black hole right now, right? Start this refresher timer. You're still 70 seconds off.
Maybe they just want to be able to even up. Like, they'll just take the mid lane and then back up
No.
and do Roche.
If you are going base here, you are making a throne play because Roche is up right now.
Gotta grab onto the net. Oh!
The kickback.
Mickey, he's gonna be stuck inside the black hole. The snowball. It tries to save him, but it's not good enough. And Crystallis will take them both out. A big toss, almost finished up a couple of heroes, but
damage.
it's all not good enough. 2 heroes dead. No buybacks. It's Liquid left with 3.
Drone call's been made. Alacrity on the gyro, hitting for 700. Glyph comes out, but you're still 30 seconds on the clock for Nisha on this Pangolier. 90 seconds on the clock for the Tusk. No buyback available. Mickey
goes for the Nyx assassin. Doesn't get him. DM. Now he's trying to get into the middle of all this. He throws down the Midnight Pulse. Meanwhile, it's Crystallis taking out the tier 4s. Going for the
flags.
throne. Liquid, they don't have anything left to defend their base. PARIVISION are pushing it. The clip goes off. A little bit of time. But in the end, Crystallis has the damage, and he will end this game 3 with the Divine Rapier to take it.
This has been a long time in the making for some of these players. Some of them have never won a Tier 1 LAN. So to get this close and have it slip away is the stuff of nightmares. PARIVISION are going to try and close it out here. Close it out now and not give that extra life to Liquid. The TI champs.
That's right. That is champs is the important moniker, right? Because any team can win a game. A lot of teams can win series. A lot of teams can go far in tournaments, but few teams in Dota can call themselves champions. Liquid have already proven to be able to do that. PARIVISION, who have had top 4 placements throughout this year, look to finally cement that they are not just competitors, but they are champions.
And Liquid are not going to crumble. This is not a team that's going to lose confidence, it's going to choke, that's going to just suddenly throw their strats out the window. This is a team you're going to have to take that victory from, prove you are worthy of it. We'll see if they are up to the task in this Game 4 as everything is on the line. They've gone for a last pick Slark on Crystallis versus the first pick Monkey King for Mickey. Couldn't have taken these carries in different slots in the draft, and they couldn't offer different tool sets. An interesting battle to see which comes out on top.
Early disruption in an attempt at a surround on Dakalis. Does not work. He will be able to slip away. And as a result, PARIVISION get the better of Liquid for perhaps the first time in this Grand Final series. They got 3 bounty runes.
A head start going into lanes, something they're unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
Let's see what they can do with it, as this laning setup looks pretty stable for Liquid. You have the Storm mid, not a hero that loses a lot of matchups, though he is up against that sniper who has been a force to be reckoned with in this game. But you have that Mickey Monkey King, which we've seen Liquid win a lot of lanes with. And you have that Terrorblade for Saberlight, which is perhaps the most interesting core pick in this game. This is a hero he played a lot in pubs, but didn't really find the success with competitively.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they busted out here and now, feeling it's going to give him the advantage. We did see this laning phase swing PARIVISION's way in Game 2, and then especially in Game 3.
Oh, nice flame break. Insania has to go for the TP out, otherwise he was dead.
Or annoying lane dragging. You lane drag versus the Monkey. We saw how bad that can go before, but Batrider tends to be a much more difficult hero to connect on, especially for the Monkey King. Getting caught out in the open versus the Napalm. So far, bottom, Crystallis not having a great time CS-wise versus Terrorblade, but he isn't getting harassed too much either, which is normally the issue for the Slark. So as long as he can stay in here, continue to get XP, and at some point the CS will come, should be happy down here.
What do you make of the Slark pick anyway? You touched on it a little bit, but I'm not really convinced by it, to be honest.
I don't think they had a perfect pick there.
Okay.
And I think for Crystallis, you almost rather take his carry hero earlier in the draft, right? The Razor, the Gyro, the Warfling, whatever it is. I think they ran out of options a little bit towards the end, and it's a matter of what do we get that's going to give us a chance to win this game, scale, carry the game, and help us play the map. And I think Slark does do a bit of all of that. Gives you a little bit of everything, right?
Sure.
And the vision and the map gameplay has really, to me, what stood out. You really have to control the map well versus Liquid, not let them collapse on you, not let them get a numbers advantage.
First blood is going to be taken by Mickey, finally bringing an end to 9-class lane pulling.
And there's that Monkey King lane prowess we've seen time and time again. I just don't think Liquid lose lanes with this hero.
No.
They just execute it way too well. And I mean, Mickey's just been playing on another level. So quick start for the Monkey King. Good sign for Liquid as they try and strike back in this Game 4. Regain the momentum in this series. Also be interesting to see which team tries to rotate through these gates, because I could easily see either side lane getting ganked here if both supports can combine. The Clock Bat and the CM Shadow Demon both have a lot of offensive potential here in the early game.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to bet money on it, I would say it's probably going to be Mickey who makes the first step through the gate.
Also possible.
He's been, long been one of the most active carries in utilizing the gates, and in particular with the Monkey King. Likes to be able to do that, but we'll see. It depends on how well these lanes go. And Saberlight caught inside the cogs. Disruption will dodge a bit of this damage from the battery assault, but is still hit by the pounce, locked in place. Saberlight takes a lot of damage, but so does Crystallis.
Yeah, poison stacks going in, and Boxy did get Lotus off the Lotus pool, so he's going to get his mana back here in a little bit. Is a salve for Crystallis. Blew it out ahead of time. He will regen back up after the poison pop,
which does a hefty amount.
We're seeing a gap open up mid, though. This is a lane that PARIVISION can go to, either gank for the sniper, rely on the XP advantage that no one's going to be able to create, because he should win this lane. He is winning this lane. Yep. Almost doubling up the CS from Nisha. Bunch of extra denies as well. He's opening up a significant gap. Nisha is struggling to sustain his HP and mana on this lane, just getting outranged. It's a tough one. I mean, Storm survives this lane, and he definitely has the better matchup in the mid game in terms of gap closing the sniper, but sometimes you just fall too far behind. You can never get to that point.
Yeah, we just saw him. He was zoned out. No one forced him to TP back into lane.
Expensive one. Does get the boots, though. That'll help a lot.
And now he's got to be careful. He's really got to make sure he does not die in this
No
window of
one going for
time.
this?
No one's really going for it. Brings Nisha very low.
One or
but
two
not
more
enough for the
headshots.
kill.
You're looking at a solo kill right there. He's out of shrapnel charges for now, so a little respite, but not much. This lane is brutal right now.
Yeah.
And you have to consider the rotations that could come through, too. We're already going to see 9 class go into that bounty, and he's going to deny it up from the storm, really limit the regen on the map.
Oh, they got a scan on him. They know he's farming up this camp right now.
They would
Or
love to get this kill.
stacking it anyway. It's a triple stack.
I think you want the level 6 on the sniper to really make this a reliable play.
He's
Getting
so close to it. He does have 1 shrapnel charges. Nisha's going to be in trouble here. Surrounded,
Oh, he's
sandwiched,
dead.
2 heroes. 9 class on one side, no one on the other. They will get that kill.
And that is the threat of this lane matchup. You can always rotate to the sniper before that storm is 6, and you have a huge window to get a big punish on him. 9 class finds the bounty rune, finds the kill, and it's going to prompt Liquid to think there's maybe wards behind this tower too. Nothing there. It's just the Bat Rider scouting it out and setting the play up. And now this storm, he's still level 5, and he's a long way from 6. Still a lot of threat on this mid lane. Catapult laying into the tier 1 tower. Liquid have to respond here, have to help Nisha stand his ground as 9 class continues the harassment.
Yeah, they do not want to let Nisha get that level 6, but 9 class might be pushing a little bit too hard. DeCallis is going to cut in, try and help get the kill on Nisha. They've got him locked down, and here comes the shot. No one finishes them off. They may have killed 9 class, but guess what? That's a walk of shame for Nisha.
He is so far from level 6. He's going to have to walk out from base. Deep obs planted by 9 class. Hopefully you get that D-ward if you're boxy, but it's going to stay up for a little bit of time. And no one, he's hasting straight back in. Sees this juicy hard camp stack.
Oh yeah, the shrapnel's going to go to work here. He wants at least some of it.
Doesn't have the charges though, actually. This is a little slow, a little awkward, but even if he steals half of this away from the storm, that's a big victory.
It looks like he's going to be able to stick around and get the full camp.
Oh, that's just nice right there. More damage done to Nisha. He is just not finding anything in this early game. This storm is, he's 2K net worth behind at the 6.5 minute mark.
And look at this play. Oh, DeCallis. He might just be able to sneak a wisdom rune here. Liquid.
All that attention going into mid lane. You forgot about the side lane objectives box. He's
The
going to
TP's going to come in too late. DeCallis has the cogs to be able to push him away and takes the wisdom rune away from them. They're going to try and catch him on his way out. But even if they do,
I mean, you're
Saberlight's got to get in front of him. He does not manage to do so. DeCallis slips away. Disruption. They're going to get in front of him now, surround him, and he will die. With the damage is done, the experience has been taken away. Mickey, they need to be able to find somewhere else a win, but he can't quite finish off DM. No one turns around for the assassination to finish him off.
Nice rotation from no one, continuing his dominance on the map right now. And Liquid, they are just not finding the answers anywhere. Losing the Wisdom Runes, falling behind in XP, getting out-skirmished in this mid lane that they just don't want to get sucked into. They want to avoid this sniper as much as possible. PARIVISION are doing a decent job at forcing the issue. And no one, he is absolutely set up for success right now. 3-0 start for the sniper mid, absolute free farm. Decimated his counterpart in the storm, which was one of Liquid's big answers to this hero.
Yep.
The farther Nisha falls behind, the less solutions they're going to have to this sniper in the mid game.
Yeah, because the sniper can get really tanky, right?
Exactly.
We've seen these snipers very easily get up to like 2,000 HP.
And your tower's just dying already. So he's going to have the space to work with to farm these items up. Pew pew.
They're trying to bring the supports in from the side of Liquid, but PARIVISION, they've already matched this. DeCallis was hoping to be able to sneak maybe a cogs push or something.
I mean, they're just here for the tower.
Yeah.
They're just protecting no one more than looking for the kill, and he will get this last hit. A rich Cardell indeed. They're going to continue to invade these jungle areas. This is not a tower you take and then you back up to your side of the map. Ideally, this is a tower you take, you get wards out, and you continue to take farm away from Nisha on these hard camps.
Yeah.
Don't want to overextend into some counter gank with numbers, but you want to get aggressive here. Continue to use the sniper strengths in these skirmishes. Keep the TP up. You can counter rotate to either of the side lanes if Liquid try and make a move. Very tough map state to play into right now. And the other issue is that Storm is your big playmaker. This Terrorblade is not a hero that's going to set ganks up or make rotations. He kind of just farms, does his thing, builds auras, gives you some teamfight presence. That's it.
Nisha playing in the enemy jungle to be able to find stacks uninterrupted. Might have just spotted that that ward was laid down. But Ducalis, he's not going to be caught by the 3-man of Liquid here. In the other side lane, Mickey and Insania prepare for the pressure coming in from DM.
Yeah, he's pushing this tower and doesn't have that helm yet, but it's flying out right now. They're ready to make the move. Liquid with the counterplay.
Nightclass puts himself in front. He's going to be disrupted. Liquid do not want to jump on it. They know no one sniper is here, and he is not to be trifled with. Gunning down Mickey. Mickey's going to be slowed down by the shrapnel. So is Insania. They turn for the Crystal Main instead. Got him a flank break up to the high ground. Well played by Nightclass. 2 kills. Both supports go down on Liquid.
Another nice rotation from no one, getting a lot of work done here. And still no solid response from Liquid in this early game. Not rotating the Terrorblade, not enough resources on Nisha to make that counter gank worth it. Just got to keep farming up and at some point try and fight. Ideally, I guess, some high ground ward on your side of the map.
Yeah.
Or you make an aggressive smoke play on this sniper. Take the fight to no one. Don't let him dictate where and when these skirmishes are happening. You can still just jump him with the storm and deal a lot of damage here. That's another way you can come back into this game, especially if you can get some power runes. Right now, Nisha's just losing out on the power rune battle. They're getting picked up by these PARIVISION supports and getting some work done with it. Ducalis has had himself a series here.
Up by 3K at 11 minutes, PARIVISION. They haven't had a lead like this so early against Liquid in this series.
It's a very different situation. Liquid are the ones who are going to have to claw themselves out of a hole right now. We do see this a lot with Sniper, though. We have to note, this is a hero that, if he gets that mid matchup, if you gank for him, he builds that lead, it's a little inflated, right? Because he can easily die in that mid game, and the second he dies 2 or 3 times, some of that game can fall apart.
And Liquid have done it plenty of times where they've shown
that was not close at all.
No, it wasn't.
Nothing else to say about that one. Stalis pops the ult, does not want to get disrupted, doesn't know what was waiting for him behind there, but honestly, Liquid did not have much.
Yeah, without a stunning sort of offlaner, they're more reliant on their other 2 cores. The problem being that neither Mickey nor Nisha are having a great game right now. So
it's on Saberlight.
Who's going to make those plays then?
Terrorblade? Question mark?
Slowed down by the Demonic Purge. 9 class surrounded by 2 heroes, and here comes Nisha to collect in his kill. He wants to start those stacks.
Aggressive tip, too. The man is not deterred right now. That's a good sign if you're a Liquid fan, despite the rough start. It's not going to take too many more kills to get him back in this game either. It's not like he's that far behind. You start to build those galvanized stacks, that's another road to recovery here. It's going to be a Battle Fury build-up for Mickey on this Monkey King as the smoke game from Liquid comes in behind him.
Trying to catch DM, he managed to get away before the disruption could tag him there. If it landed, he probably dies.
At least you get the helm creep. Nice little gold pickup. Yeah, this is your Terrorblade smoke move. Need the monkey to help you connect on this play. Ducalis will sentry that obs. He knows it's there.
And he knows the move is coming from Liquid, but he cannot stop it. Can't get away in time. Liquid and their 4-man up to the top lane finally nets a kill, but it's not the one they were looking for.
It's still space, right? Space for the Storm to recover. The monkey and the Storm are not getting ganked right now. No one has had to just retreat to his side of the jungle, his side of the map.
Yeah.
Which isn't an ideal situation for that snowball effect you wanted off this sniper. Still very far ahead. He's just going straight Mjolnir. A lot of DPS going to come out of this sniper. Going to be susceptible to the jump, but so far, Liquid haven't really been in a position to make that happen. And you are going to have a fast blink on this Bat Rider, the other part of the early game that went well for PARIVISION here.
Yeah.
As another
Still
smoke.
looking for this kill on DM. Liquid have invested 2 different smokes to try and catch this man, but he just refuses to be caught. And an early Orchid is going to catch out Nisha instead. DM finally does get found, but he's in pretty deep. He's underneath the tier 2s. They do have to use the Sun to try and keep Insania alive. The boards are still going to go to work. They still finish him off. 2 dead and a 3rd with the catch. Maybe a 4th as well. Boxy taking a lot of damage, but he will manage to TP away. 1 for 3 is the overall kill score for PARIVISION's favor.
They do get both Wisdom Runes here on the side of Liquid as they are eventually going to pick up their own on their side.
Okay.
That's why they were there in the first place. It was an objective-based move, but yeah, that mid-kill, the bigger prize. Orchid reveal from Crystal is not an item I think Liquid expected. And he finds himself in a position to get some early core kills here. TP in, get the Monkey King as well. Some nice bonus stacks for the Slark. I like this Orchid pickup. It's going to apply a lot of pressure on the map. It's going to make it really hard for the Storm to jump in. And this Storm is already behind. His game is already tough. Now he has to worry about a Slark locking him down. It's a lot of pressure in the fight.
Yeah, what does he build in this game in order to deal with it, right? Because he can't go BKB. There's a potential of being roared up. You build this Yules, but if you come down, if you stop the Orchid, but then you just come down into being pounced, right? That's not going to be good for you either. Feels like there is no one solution to all of this. He needs Linken's, BKB, and a Yules.
You can rely on some of the saves. Sunder and Disruption can bail you out of a leash situation. But they have to be in position. You have to have a good formation to make that happen.
Oh, this might not be a good jump for Mickey. He's jumping right into an Orchid, but not just that. It's 9class who is waiting in the wings, ready to go with his Blink Dagger.
Man, Crystallis, he is ramping up the map pressure. This Slark got active really early with this Orchid purchase, and it's paying dividends. Creating a lot of space on the map. The Liquid vision is just dwindling. They're getting dewarded massively. They don't have a single ops right now. Ducalis all over the vision game.
Yeah, look at him go, man. And Crystal is going to join it. Orchid pick off on the Crystal Maiden. TPs are coming in. Nisha, he even had his power rune taken away by Ducalis. PARIVISION are giving him absolutely nothing.
This support duo is doing so much work on the map right now, and Slark is just reaping the reward. A hero that uses the night vision so well. You're just left trying to run this Terrorblade in with a pipe and hope something happens.
PARIVISION, they're too smart for that.
If they keep playing around Crystallis' night vision on this Slark, they're going to be able to dictate every single fight right now. They can easily go into Roche as well. Helm of the Overlord already done for DM.
Oh, yeah.
Found that Granite Golem early, so that Roche is available if you want to commit for it. You can also just keep running the map.
Radiant are
You can also just
scanning.
keep farming up. You have a Bat Rider here who can soak up some of those side lanes. Continue to scale really well. No real hard save on the side of Liquid to deal with the lasso like they normally would have as in an Oracle. You just have that disruption. But that doesn't really just stop the displacement. Liquid feeling the heat right now. They've been here before, though.
Yeah, a couple times. Can we go back to the Battle Fury, by the way? Why Battle Fury Monkey King for this game?
This is an interesting choice. I mean, normally we see Mickey play really fast with this hero. He was one of the first monkeys to really embrace that Gleipnir build in the previous patch, make the gate rotations, look for the early kills. So this is a departure from that style. It will scale better, but you have to be able to use the time and a move from Liquid, combining all the cores.
Trying to get punished, and they will manage to get 9class, but now Mickey is stuck inside the cogs with the Shrapnel going away. They do have a Thunder save from Saberlight. Now the Wukong's command, a flame break does manage to push him away. Nisha trying to man up on no one right now. Disruption goes out. Nisha doesn't have much to be able to work with. He throws his final bit of damage. The final bit to try and finish up no one but the Demonic Purge and the Boundless Strike. It finally kills him, but it costs Liquid everything.
Stacks for the Slark, 6 permanent Agi. And of course, the triple kill for DM, 5-1 and 4. This man has been unstoppable on the Summons heroes. Since they've gone back to it in that game too, Liquid have had no answer for the map control DM is giving PARIVISION in this series. Continues to just run the gambit on him. And that Ags for the Slark is already done after that fight. This flame, or this bounce up the hill on the Terrorblade actually ended up being really impactful here. Got bumped straight into Crystallis, who gets the kill, another permanent Agi stack, and then this Beastmaster plus the Slark backstab. Just gonna clean this fight up, despite what was happening over here.
No one did so much in that team fight, man. Great concussive grenade. He is popping off. He knows he is destroying Liquid in this game 4. He is trying to close out the series here and now.
There just aren't good answers to gap close this sniper and make it worth it right now, and he absolutely knows it. As you said, early Mjolnir, stand your ground, deliver the DPS. Yeah, maybe you go down, but your team demolishes that team fight. Now you find yourself up 11K net worth at 19 minutes with an Ags, Orchid, Slark hunting the map. There's nowhere to run,
And he's
nowhere to
just
hide.
dead again. He's trying to keep himself alive with the lifesteal. Boxy couldn't get there in time for the disruption.
The vision game is impenetrable right now. It's just radiant wards across the map. There's one dire obs. These are constantly getting dewarded. Liquid cannot find purchase in the vision game. Can't get out on the map. The Slark is taking full advantage of it.
Zania spotted. They're going after him. He tries to blink away, but he can only make it so far. The mobility on PARIVISION mixed with the vision. Nobody is safe on the side of Liquid. 4 wards, a Slark. Finally, nighttime passes as Liquid. They were experiencing night terrors in the last 5 minutes. A bit of the vision game will finally go back the way of Liquid, but it's a terrible position to be in. A 14,000 net worth lead, 17-9. PARIVISION have taken over the game, and now a big rotation down to bottom. I wonder if they're finally going to go for that Roshan.
Definitely thinking about it. I mean, DM has a full pipe on top of that Helmet Overlord, so you are guaranteed to get this Rosh. There's no way Liquid are taking that heads up 5-on-5. Their best play is to split the map with Terrorblade Illusions, Monkey King Storm, try and remain uncatchable, especially during these daytime periods. But man, that nighttime was devastating. I think PARIVISION got way more than they were even expecting. They were expecting a lot.
And sure enough, first Roshan of the game, perhaps to PARIVISION, but they know that Liquid is trying to contest right now with the movement across the map. A smoke.
Such a hard contest. You have a Battle Fury Yasha Monkey King. Just no real damage coming out from the carry.
Liquid are all in early on to the game. They know they're in the hole right now. Insania pushes forward and just trying to get some information, and they got some. They know they're screwed.
This is so over right now. Just cut your losses if you can. Mickey.
Assassinate's gonna slow him down. He hops away into the trees though. Does manage to get out. His support, maybe not so lucky. Boxy, the tier 2 is not a defense. Chrysalis, he wants the kill. He's chasing after it with the Orchid. He's got him.
I mean, this is normally what we see Liquid do to other teams.
Yep.
Run the map, combine all their heroes, make strong moves. They are not used to having it done to them. PARIVISION leveling up in this series right now.
And look at him. No one's going to take the Roshan, but Chrysalis, he is still on the hunt. He is still looking for more heroes. He wants Nisha.
He has played so well this game. 7-0-6 on this Slark. Level 18 already with 10 permanent Agi. Jeez. Liquid did not expect this kind of pace from the last pick Slark carry. Combine that with how mid lane went, and you find yourself in a very tough situation. 17K net worth lead. Roshan going to PARIVISION. Aegis on the sniper, who, by the way, had BKB for that last fight, so no one is just not an easy jump anymore either. And that nighttime, it's coming in 2 minutes here. This daytime was not much better for you. It's about to get worse.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is
Chipping away at the tier 2s, nothing Liquid can do about it. All they can do is try and farm their way out of the hole that they've been put in. But no one, PARIVISION as a whole, has just been giving them no room to breathe whatsoever. They've knocked Liquid down, and now they just keep on putting pressure on them.
And look at the map. They're committing only 2 heroes to this push. Crystallis is taking Outpost right now. Ducalis is showing bottom on an illusion. And 9 Class is sitting on a cliff in their triangle.
Absolutely fearless. Liquid, are they going to do anything to stop this?
It seems like no.
A full lane of barracks at 23 minutes. They just cannot put up with the pressure that this Aegis puts them on. They can't stop no one. They can't jump him, and no one knows it.
Smoke in the base. They want more.
Nightclass gonna try and get the pick off. He managed to get
what an Orchid.
the instant response. Chrysalis Orchided up. Boxy immediately.
Throne?
What a sick counterplay, and PARIVISION just go Throne. What an insane call to make in 24 minutes. They start backing up. Their creep wave has been cut by Mickey. They can't keep this going.
They are absolutely feeling themselves right now. Nisha will find an amp damage in the river. Maybe you can make something happen with that. He's eyeing up no one, but this is an Aegis sniper with BKB.
Yeah, frankly, I think the bigger prize is the creep wave. He's gonna try and get that one, but he GP away, trying to get out. Nisha, he's only got one more zip.
Oh,
he's caught, he's slowed down. DM's gonna catch up to him. One more zip, a little bit of a bottle action, but he is gone.
Wave bye-bye, says 9 Class.
The entire map just swarming with PARIVISION heroes. It's only 5 of them, but it feels like it's 20. They're everywhere. There's no escape for anybody on the side of Liquid. All Nikkei can do is stand his ground and fight, but the depth shroud is still there for Chrysalis. He's gonna pop it towards the end and finish off the carry of Liquid.
All you are is stacks to this man right now. 40 temporary agi on Crystallis. He went early basher. I think part of it is just prevent the rat action, kill the TPs out, close this map, end this game right here, right now. High ground number 2 at 25 minutes. They instantly jump.
The Terrorblade, they're trying to stop the creep wave. They know they can't stop it with team fight. They're just hoping cut the waves, kill the creeps, stop PARIVISION somehow. But PARIVISION reads their moves every step of the way. Keep on catching the heroes out on the map. Keep on stopping their initiation. 2 lanes of barracks, 1 to go. PARIVISION just 1 barracks away, 1 game away from a grand finals victory.
Aegis still alive for a minute and a half here. This first Aegis has done so much work in this game, and no one, he is so close to another tier 1 land victory after so damn long.
Trying to catch 9 Class in the back. Does manage to hit him with a frostbite. Nisha, he just doesn't do the damage. The pipe is stopping too much, and Nikkei's dead inside the base. Chrysalis keeps on going for more. To get Boxy up next. Buybacks, Liquid, this is their last hold. They had to somehow win these fights with numbers, with just raw buybacks, but it's not enough. PARIVISION have already backed outside the base. They finally take away the Aegis, but they have to kill no one again, and Nikkei can't even stay alive inside of his own Wukong's command. BKB, no one mans up. He has taken this game by storm, and he will end it in Liquid's base.
Absolutely out of control.
Oh, one more shot to go. It's heads
over.
up. It's all